I'm so nervous.
Why?
Yeah, why?
After defeating the ambush by 2 cloud giants and their dragon-hunting behir, the Uncommon spent the night in the northern Sword Mountains, not far from this ancient sunken tower that Zelipharn had identified as the stronghold of the Crimson Marauder orcs. Fighting their way through the ruins and into the lower levels of the tower, the Uncommon fought their way through both orcs and many lesser and greater demons. Along the way, an incubus managed to charm Hannelore and commanded him to wait for an opportunity to strike at his companions. As the party descended into the lowest level, they found another portal into the 600th layer of the abyss, the Endless Maze. With the party split, half fighting demons on the material plane and half fighting them in the Endless Maze, things took a dire turn when a powerful Goristro charged Todrin and Bartholomew, plowing through a number of lesser demons and a stone altar, goring Bartholomew and flinging him back through the portal. Injured and with few alternatives, should read, Todrin retreated through the portal to aid his friend, but Hannelore, at the Incubus's command, brought his Sunblade down on the wounded and unconscious wizard. Moments later, the Goristro stepped through the portal and onto Bartholomew, killing him. Todrin was able to revive his friend within seconds, but not before his clone awakened with a gasp in the darkness of the hidden sewer chamber beneath Troll's Skull Alley. Zelipharn bounded down the stairs to the rescue, pouncing upon one of the demons that threatened them, and unleashing his lightning breath while the Uncommon made their escape. The last thing Hannelore and Manera saw as they ran up the stairs was Zelipharn charge into the Goristro, sending them both hurtling into the abyss. Moments later, on the surface, the ground rumbled and collapsed beneath them. Whatever he did, Zelipharn managed to bury the portal beneath tons of earth and stone, ending the demonic incursion before it got out of hand. And we are currently about 5 minutes after that has
I
happened.
just want to point out, I still have nearly all of my spell slots. What the fuck?
For real?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Tensor's
using-
transformation was huge, dude.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, you are currently standing outside of this, basically at this point, what looks more like a sinkhole than a sunken tower. There's rubble in the bottom of the pit, but aside from that, it doesn't even look like what you saw it as when you first arrived.
So my dancing lights are still in the shape of a halfling humanoid form standing at the edge of that, looking down over it. I will walk over to Hannelore that fell to the ground, dropped its sword, and I'll just stand over him and look down at him for a second and see what he says.
I just look up and just, I'm sorry.
I reach a hand out to you.
I take it and stand back up.
Yep, I pull
and
you up.
my sword up.
I'll turn and look around at the rest of the group, try to make eye contact with Bert, but he's probably...
I'm still in the fetal position.
Yeah, I nod to Manera. Walk
Kind of
over.
hyperventilating.
I'm going to keep my distance from Bart, just to make him feel safer.
As your
Bart-
edge kind of pipes in, she says, it's not the first time that a succubus is, well, she kind of hesitates to say anything more.
Listen, this struggle we're in, it never ends. It's been going on long before any of us came around, and it'll continue forever. Good and evil, right and wrong, high and low, whatever. It always changes, but it never ends. Sacrifices are made, and the best we can do is keep pushing forward.
I agree.
We'll never forget Zelipharn and what he did for us here. but he knew this was worth it, or he wouldn't have done it.
I agree. My wife, she knows a little bit about magic and told me a few things, and a demon incursion, that could have been real bad.
Yes, it could have. We'll remember his sacrifice, but we need to push forward. Don't carry this weight too heavily, Hannelore. I've done my own share of betrayals outside of my own will.
Thanks for that.
Bert,
Just, it'll hurt for a bit.
yeah, oh yeah, that'll never stop. Trust me. I'll walk over to Bert. Is he like responding at all?
Do you just stand over him?
I kneel down in front of you.
When you do that, he kind of stops breathing, and then he just flattens out, and he's just lying there on the ground, just like staring into the sky.
Can you walk?
And he kind of sits up, and he looks at you. Give me a moment. We need to talk. And he's going to spend a moment and cast Sending a couple of times.
All right.
So he's going to cast Sending to his mom. I imagine you might see me shortly. If I'm not carrying Weaver, it's not me. And then he's going to cast Sending.
Okay, you get a message back from her. She goes, "What do you mean? What's going on? Is there something wrong?"
And then I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to cast Sending, and I'm going to send it to Floon. And I'm going to tell him, oh, he can't. Oh, no. Maybe not Floon. Hold on, my brain.
What
Oh,
about
no.
What can Floon not
I
do?
was going to say Floon go get into my chest and get my money, but he
Oh,
can't. It's locked. It's got my arcane lock on it.
Just come back to a burned crisp in
You
front
who
of you.
can get into it?
Floon. Okay. So no, I don't send a message to Floon.
you do have 3 were-rats that are known for less than legal behavior.
That's true. Would I know which one is the most proficient at lock picking?
Not specifically, but you do know Kelso is kind of the
I trust Danica
oldest.
the most, I think. We've interacted with Danica the most, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
I
send
saved
one
a
to
rat's
Danica.
life.
I'm gonna tell her, Danica, please go to my room, pick the lock under the lock on the chest under my bed, and take everything and stash it, even if I come asking for it.
She goes. She responds to you. She goes, "Okay, I can do that. We're kind of busy right now, but I'll take care of it here in say the next hour."
As soon as you can. Thank you. Oh wait, no, I can't respond to her.
I'm gonna make a
Let's
couple
see.
of rolls here real quick to see if she can even manage to beat. Like I think it's 25 on the DC.
Yeah. And then my last one, I'm gonna cast Sending and send it to Rishal. And I'm gonna tell him, Rishal, it's Bart. Please don't sell me anything unless I'm carrying Weaver.
Okay. He responds back to you pretty much with a similar way of, what's going on? What is this about? He says, Weaver's your sword, right?
He would know. I mean, I would have gone over Weaver with him extensively.
Okay.
He was there when I made it.
Oh, that's right. He was with
Yeah.
Hindrick Alendhi. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought they meant it. I'm sorry. You're right. He'll respond with a similar manner though. That just like, what is going on? Never gotten
Yeah.
a request like that before.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but you know. Okay, so after that's done, I'll look over at the group. Okay, now that that's done, we've got a problem.
A new one?
A new one.
All right.
And I visibly steel myself. There are 2 of me.
You want to clarify that?
I don't know how to. There are 2 of me. So, do you all remember when you 2 won't, and he'll point at Minera and Hannelor. And I'll just be like, you 2 won't. But Todrin, do you remember when we had my father incarcerated and we found that body in the basement that looked like me?
Oh, yeah? Tried not to think about that.
Okay, well, we've got a problem because when I died, I woke up in that body. And
Okay.
his face becomes a grimace when he says that when I died.
Yeah,
Sorry about
so, I need to know from the Paladin's perspective, living in Waterdeep, uh, base knowledge of magic through Bert, what would be my opinion of that kind of magic? Are we talking like this is inherently evil, or like is it necromancy,
Roll
etc.?
a Arcana check, Todrin.
Okay. That's not. Stop it. That's not the thing. Here we go.
Well, it's 18 plus or minus
18.
whatever you
18
got.
plus whatever you rolled.
I'll
Okay.
take the 1.
I
I'll
appreciate
take the
that.
1.
18
So
plus
this is
3.
a long time thing of mine that I always take the first roll,
No,
even if it's a
I was just
mistake.
kidding.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
21.
So yeah, let me pull up the spell here so I can tell you. It is technically a necromancy spell,
It
yes.
is necromancy. I don't know if I'd say it's inherently
It's
evil
To
though.
say it's inherently evil is not entirely the
Like it's
case.
not raising the dead.
It it is, however, not magic that Bart has access to. We're talking high level magic. This is not something Bart would know how to do. It's also not something Malfear would have known how to do.
Yeah, okay. So my first question then
So
would be so how did he get something like that done, assuming your father did this?
Well, when we were done doing all of this, I was gonna look into that, but we haven't exactly had a lot of time for me to do investigation.
It never ends. It never ends.
No, it never fucking ends, Todrick.
Right. Okay. So a second one of you. I haven't really considered it, but I mean that's a tough one.
It is very tough.
It's
It's
it
wrong.
it is just you though,
Uh,
right? Like
Like, wouldn't he be able to help us?
yeah. I mean I don't know how I'd feel about traveling with 2 of you, but if there are
Theoretically, yes, but I mean, I don't know how to explain this to you. It's fundamentally wrong. I have a strong compulsion to eliminate it. And I say it because I'm struggling to bring to terms that I am out there walking around as a separate entity from me. And again, I grimace like viciously.
yeah, and I want to reiterate that. Just you've clearly got what I meant, but I want to reiterate just because this is unnatural. It cannot be allowed to exist. So
so you're saying you want to find him and destroy him.
I have to. So,
Would that
the
be
best way I
murder?
have of explaining this is you have a compulsion to return to Undermountain, right? It's not very strong,
True,
but
yeah.
it's there.
Uh,
Okay, well, I suffer from that at a much larger degree than you.
right.
Okay, what I feel towards that clone is infinitely more strong. Like, I am having to keep myself from teleporting back to Waterdeep and beginning a manhunt.
Right. I mean, if anybody has the right to make the choice, I suppose it's you? I'm
I
not.
don't think you've grasped what I'm saying. If I feel this way, he probably does too.
Right.
And I grimace viciously again.
Analor just lights up his pipe as he's this is some weird shit.
I am not prepared to consider the moral distinctions here, but it would be your choice to make, and I support you, so... Lord, I don't know how I feel about killing you outright, wherever you
Not
would have
me.
come from.
It's a sick clone, and it's wrong.
Right. Wow, this is tough. Either way, we're not in a position to fight you right
No.
now.
To make matters worse, he's got my backup spellbook.
Todd visibly swallows.
I see you understand.
Well,
On the bright side, there's only one Weaver, and there's only one reality, and I knock on the chest plate. So he's a
right.
little bit at a disadvantage.
And that way we know you are you.
Yes. Oh.
Wow. All right. Let's at least get a rest in. We need to recoup. I'm completely spent.
By the way, you all have inspiration for last session.
Ooh.
In case...
Yeah, I'm completely spent, and you look at me, and I am drenched in my own blood.
Yeah. I'm drenched in your blood too.
As am I.
You shut your whore mouth.
Minera, what is your reaction to this revelation?
Donkey.
Oh, it's broken. Never mind then. These are good words, but we saw you die. We have your blood here. How do we know that you are not a demon that came through while we had the portal open and took over this flesh vessel, while the real you was never here in the first place?
I just look at Todrin.
Well, for one, it was me that brought him back. I felt the process go through. I pulled his soul from elsewhere and brought it here. It did feel a little strange, so that could be explained in either way. I point at both of you. But I think we can fully, give me rest, let me bring back my spells, and I think I can assure you that we did not make an awful mistake here.
If it'll make you feel
And
better,
this is
and I'll hold out my arms, you can bind me.
I
no.
know you.
We shall trust the one who has slept with the succubus. That is fine with me.
What?
Minera.
I glare at you. You've got to be joking. But, Bert, on the note of binding, I appreciate the notion, but we both know how little good that would do. I'll keep an eye on you personally.
Speaking of magic, Bart, do you have illusion magic?
I do.
Then your doppelganger does as well, right? Perhaps the if I have Weaver is not sufficient enough to verify your identity?
That's a very good point.
One sec. Well, the thing about illusion is it's not real. So the moment it interacts with reality, it becomes apparent that is in fact the case.
So I reach out and wrap a knuckle on Weaver. Kink, kink, kink.
Yes, but these people you sent messages to, they too will do that?
She has a solid point. She has a solid point.
No. One moment, and I will cast sending again. Back to Rishal. So to Rishal, what do I even say? Let's see. It's complicated. I'll explain when I see you. Please verify if I have Weaver that it is in fact real and that it is Weaver. And
You're here now. What is this? What?
Oh shit.
oh no.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast sending one more time.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell him that's not me. Act natural. I'll explain everything when I see you.
You don't get a response.
Oh no.
Right. Well, again, we're no use to anybody in our state. We need
Right.
to.
I mean, we can't do anything. I mean,
yeah,
it would be suicide to chase me down.
Where is the nearest
Just
place?
fucking
Would it
twisted.
be Lanera or maybe that town that we saved outside of Lanera? I guess we could always just camp
Lionora,
here.
or-
Can you just do your bubble?
Yeah, I can do that. And I'll begin tracing out the ritual circle.
To Lionora?
No, ritual circle for Liamon's tiny hut.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard.
Yeah, no. I'm in agreement with Todrin. To chase me down right now would be suicide.
Okay.
We're not in good standing here.
I wiggle my fingers to try to cast something, and just little fizzles of red sparks come out, and nothing happens.
Really quick though, Hind. How does your armor work? You can store a 3rd level spell in it?
Third or less, yep. Well, 3 spell slots worth of spells. So I could do 3 first, I think? Let me double check. I feel like that's how it works.
So, Kaysen, if I were to cast counterspell at 4th level, would he still get a 3rd level counterspell? Or would that not work?
Unless he upcast it.
What?
That's what he asked, if he casts it at a 4th level.
Would he still get a 3rd level counterspell? Because it can only hold a 3rd level spell.
We can only hold a 3rd level spell. It has to be a 3rd level counterspell.
Well then, with that in mind, no, Bart is panicking. He wouldn't have done that. Okay.
Yeah, just for reference, it is 3 levels worth of spells, so we could do 3 ones, a 2 and a 1, or 3.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
you could do that. You could do, Charm Person or Shield, or you could put a Fireball in there if you wanted to.
Okay.
With the tiny hut, is there anything I can do to like add some like foliage, dirt around it or something to try to make it a little more inconspicuous, just in case?
Yeah, sure.
Looking for us.
In addition to the ability to like mask its color and all, you can give me a call it a survival roll to better camouflage it.
Okay, I'm great at these. Oh,
Not
That's
bad.
not bad.
And
It's a pretty good job, yeah.
And-
Certainly, probably make it harder to find.
thinking about Minera's concerns, I will go ahead and take a big ol' whiff, do Divine Sense, just making sure I don't smell any fiendish natures upon Bert or otherwise.
That's kind of what I was looking for earlier.
How long does it take to cast Liamon's Tiny Hut?
11 minutes.
Okay. And you have to be inside it the whole time?
Yes.
Okay. I need
It's
to check
funny.
something.
It's funny as hell, but given our experiences, Divine Sense is not as reliable as most paladins might consider it to be to Todrin. Considering wow. Lilith? Fuck, brain fart.
Lorelei.
Thank you, Lorelei. Fucking... She was fooling me the whole time with Divine Sense. So when you look at me and ask for proof, I don't even think of that. I think of protection from good and evil.
Fair.
But yeah, I do pop Divine Sense. Probably just get whiffs of the area from all the demons, but not from Bert.
Does he? I have to ask because I'm so floored right now.
Protection from good and evil. One
God.
willing creature you touch against is protect. Is that what you're looking for? Protection from good
No,
and evil?
no.
No. I
Uh,
cast Divine Sense.
Oh well, then you don't get a sense of anything.
Okay.
Sorry, I heard protection of good and evil. Well, I'm
we're
looking at spells
bantering.
here. I'm looking for something here.
There's a link for you, Tundra.
So I will.
Yeah, I saw
Talk to
that. I
Padre.
love it.
So, Dodrin, I can't give you a counter spell, but I can give you a Misty Step, and or invisibility, or absorb elements.
Would you be willing to wait till the morning and give me the counter? Considering what we may be doing, that's... I mean, invisibility is not going to do me any good. Oh, you have your cloak. He wouldn't.
Right.
I'm still not the stealthiest dude.
I just figured I would ask.
If you're willing, I'd like to wait for the morning for a counter.
I'll do that.
That seems the most situational.
I need to make a roll here to see what other Bart is doing. Okay.
Murdering Rashal.
It's a possibility.
Falling down the stairs?
Also a possibility. Alright, so by now, I'd say not that long has passed. You're looking at probably 45 minutes have passed between all of this happening, so...
Ooh, with my last spell slot, literally my last spell slot, I'll walk over to where my dancing lights form of... Oh my god, my names today. Thank you,
yeah.
Zelipharn. Holy shit. Walk over to him, and just as the form fades away, I'm gonna slap the ground and cast a 4th level plant growth on the area.
Alright.
And just completely...
What kind of plants do you imagine? Because this is a fairly barren part of the upper mountains. What kind of plants do you want to grow here?
Beautiful ones. Just flowers and life-giving fruit trees.
Yeah.
Just really make it a spot.
So Todrin kneels down at the edge of this sinkhole, basically, and puts his hand down, and spreading from his hand is an array of flowers that just grow out in a radius around him, fill the sinkhole completely with beautiful flowers, and other trees and saplings grow up. It's how big is that area?
100-foot radius, so
Yeah,
200 feet.
It's a very large region of this area.
And then I look up at the fading form, and as it fully disappears, I just whisper, "Thank you."
You're welcome. No, I'm kidding.
No, shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
While he's doing that, while I'm helping put the, foliage around the tiny hut, I just looked at Bart and go, I would like to formally apologize for this whole mess. I know I wasn't myself, but it was still my hand that sunk my sword into you.
I just kind of look at you sideways. I appreciate that, but it's not your fault. Demons are evil. It's what they do.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you.
Yes, it's, what we're dealing with is not your fault, Hanalar.
I just
Todrin was right. Don't let this tear you up.
Just give a nod and continue working.
Okay, and then we do our long rest.
All right. So at this point, an 8-hour long rest will put you waking up at about midnight.
Fine.
Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah,
So
hey,
we don't have much of a choice.
Start at
ASAP.
midnight?
It's
Okay.
too dangerous to go back to Waterdeep in this state.
All right.
Are we taking watches or?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I'll
Yeah.
take the first one.
Are you
take-
staying within the dome the entire time, or?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do at least.
All right. Tell me what the watch order is. Let me set this back here.
Todd first.
I'll go second.
I'll take first watch.
Okay, we're both on first watch.
You can
Then
do
I'll
that.
take
That's
third.
fine.
I mean, don't level
Minera
up.
Minera doesn't sleep anyway. It's fine.
Oh, true.
All right. So, give me a roll for first watch.
Perception.
Yes, please.
19. 27. Jesus.
All right. Hate to waste 27, but as you're there, it's early afternoon, so you've got, it's a pretty clear area. You can see all around you around the mountains here. And you don't see anything on the first watch as there's a level of tension, to say the least, I suppose. Give me a second watch.
Oh.
Oof.
Okay.
Suppose Monera would be there too, right? If she's not sleeping.
Well, the thing about it is that an elf still needs a long rest. They just take a trance for about 4 hours. So
Oh, I see.
they're not asleep, but they are occupied.
Right.
Hannelore, trying to keep watch is not easy when you've got such a distraction of just the day's events, and like the day's barely half over. As it's,
Yeah.
and at this point you're looking at late afternoon moving into evening, and your watch kind of hits that transition between evening and into nighttime. But despite the fact you don't see anything, there's also nothing seems to happen. Time progresses to about midnight. Was there a third watch, or?
Yeah, I was taking third watch.
All right, go ahead and roll that.
During the third portion, instead of sleeping, I'm doing silent prayer, asking for guidance.
Double 16.
Just
Okay.
silent commune with Suni about how the fuck you deal with a clone of your best friend. That, especially because as he's thinking about it, he's realizing that if he hadn't resurrected Bert, there would just be one Bert, and we would be celebrating that clone as if it was really Bert. But now that there's two, suddenly the other one has to die? It's tough for him. He's trying to figure out what the hell to do with that.
This is like a trolley problem.
yeah, not good, not good.
There's a trolley coming. You're on both tracks. Which one do you keep?
Yeah, yes, your best friend is on both tracks. Exactly.
Give me 1 second here. I've got to edit something. I've got something in my notes here that needs to be changed. So Bart, your watch ends also with nothing out of the ordinary, nothing to notice. It's
So I
about
have a couple of
midnight
questions.
when, yeah,
First off, I'm gonna re-choose my spells, and I forgot what I was gonna ask because I was looking at spells and I was like, So I would have a fundamental idea of how locate creature works. If I cast locate creature for myself, is it just gonna show me where I am?
you have no idea. I'm not even gonna ask for a roll on it because you just don't know. It could detect just you. It could detect both. There's no way to really know right now.
Fuck me. Okay.
So
I'm not expecting an answer in so many
The-
words, but I don't really get anything, do I?
it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah.
There are spells you can use that you'd probably have to go through a priestess to one of the probably the heart warders or something to get something like that.
Right. Just wanted to make sure you heard me and
Right.
understood what
I
I was
did.
doing.
I'm sorry. I've got a lot of things going on
Right.
that I'm juggling right now.
There's
But yes,
no need to apologize. Just wanted to make sure.
But the dome fades at about midnight. You all finished your long rest.
All right. Is new day.
100 hit points.
Yeah. I was not okay.
Okay, so first thing in the morning, I'm gonna approach Wordrit, Jesus,
Whoa.
Todrin. I'm stressed out, okay?
The sun!
So I'll approach. For context, Wordrit hasn't seen the light of day in over 2 years, so.
Yep.
So yeah, Bart will approach Todrin. Can I talk to you for a moment?
Anytime, brother. Anytime. I kind of
Before
sigh
we walk
and
away,
stand
I'll
up.
turn to the whole party. I'll take us back to Waterdeep in a moment, but I need to talk to Todrin real quick.
Not.
If he tries to kill me, Manera, back of the head.
I'm not gonna.
No, it
Okay.
was a joke. My apologies. Let's walk.
I shuffle around to have a view of Todrin's back of his head.
Oh, god damn it.
When you say that, it was a joke. I just look at you and I get visibly angry, and I'm like, I'm doing the best I fucking can, Todrin.
No, you're right. You're right.
Sorry. Listen, I know this has got to be difficult for you as a paladin.
You could say that. Yeah.
I'm asking you to murder me. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. That's not even too fine a point on it.
And I can't. What do you mean?
Normally, in this circumstances, you would say not to put too fine a point on it, but that is exactly the point.
Yeah, I figured. I'm asking you to murder me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate to admit it, and I grimace like horribly again. Like my teeth are barred. Bared? How do you pronounce that word?
Baird.
Bared?
Yeah.
Yeah, my teeth are bared. Like I am clenching my jaw a lot. I hate to admit this, but that's technically me. It's me. I don't know if it's part of my soul. I don't know what the repercussions of this are. I don't know even if I'm real, and I'm kind of looking away, and I look up at you, and I'm openly crying.
I
I
reach out, put a hand on your shoulder. No, listen. My spell brings you back to your body. It worked. I don't
Yeah,
know how it
but so did
also.
the clone, Todrin.
Right.
So did the
Right.
clone. I was awake in a cellar beneath Waterdeep. I sent a spell to Laurel, and I didn't get a response. I don't know if that means because it went to the other me, and my teeth clench and I start shaking visibly, or if it didn't work, or if she ignored us, because that's still a goddamn question. But
I understand you're under a compulsion, but I need to ask, is there any consideration to an alternate path? Exile for him?
listen, I don't know. But like I said this morning, I imagine he feels the same way I do. And it is taking everything. And I look at you like in the eye and I'm like, everything to not immediately go use every resource at my disposal to find him and get rid of him. This is
Right.
hard,
Right.
but I love you, Todrin. And if you need to get verification that this is the right move, I understand. If you can't help me with this, I'll hate it, but I also understand. But I have to do this.
Bart, as you're talking, you see a small orb, little glowing orb, kind of orbiting behind you, but you can see it with your robe of eyes. Todrin, you don't
Is
see
it a
it.
scrying orb?
You identified as a scrying orb.
Son of a bitch! And I cast
The only reason that you can detect it is because of your
the cloak,
robe of
right?
eyes.
Yeah, I can see through invisibility. I immediately cast Dispel Magic.
Okay. It goes away.
Hold on. I would know how this works. Dispel Magic. I don't use this one very often. It's for 3rd level or lower, and Scrying is a 4th level? Nope.
It's a 3rd
5th
level
level.
spell. Oh,
5th?
is it?
It's
Oh, I'm
5th.
sorry. Then it needs a
5th
save.
level spell, or it's a
So,
save. So I would have cast it at 5th level, because I
all
know
right.
this.
Yeah, good. All right. Go ahead and mark that off then.
So I turn around and I'm just like, son of a bitch! And I fling out magic, and something fizzles in the air above us.
Todrin, you hear in your head Bart's voice.
God damn it.
Fuck!
Todrin, I don't know what he's telling you. This does not have to end in bloodshed.
Fucking
He's
Christ.
Oh, but it does.
dangerous. That is not me you're talking to, Todrin. I know this is crazy, but I woke up in that cellar. It's me. It's me.
So, holy
And it sounds
fuck.
just like Bart.
Yeah, of course, it is Bart. Like, oh my god. Ah! Fuck!
I see Bart casting spells and I shoot Todger in the back of the head.
That's what he was told to do. What she was told to do.
Oh god. So it's great because Bert turns and casts a spell and looks back to Todd, thinking I'm going to be looking at him questioningly, but Todd's face looks distraught as fuck. I'm like, obviously not paying direct attention to you. I'm listening to words in my head. And I'll.
Yeah, I know what's happening. I
Right,
don't
of
even need
course.
to.
Of course. And as his message ends, I send back to him, I can't kill my best friend, so I'm open to suggestions. And then my eyes focus again and I look up at you. I'm
You get
getting this.
you get another sending spell to you, Todrin. It just
Oh, it
says,
interrupts me.
"Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's perfect. I start to say something to Bert, and I get another message from Bert.
It just says, I'm working on it. Please trust me. Give me time. Don't come back yet. I need time to work on this."
Can I willingly not respond?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Also, bring me Weaver.
I don't respond. My eyes focus again, and I look up at Bert.
And I look sad.
I'm getting the same talk from both ends.
Not
Th-
really. I'm
That's
saying we need to kill me, and he's
no,
like,
right. That's what I
work with
tell.
me.
That's what I tell you, though. I'm getting you from both sides here. Uh, that
I
really.
I look sad, and I look up into the sky because it's dark, so there's the stars above us.
It is very dark, yes.
Yeah, so I'm just looking up, and I visibly steel myself, and I look back at you, and I go,
In fact, there's not even much of a moon. You're heading into a new moon in a few days.
oh shit. I look at you, and I am just sad, just like, I don't know, Todrin. Maybe I'm what's wrong.
This is so far beyond anything we could have imagined happening, Bert. But we will figure this out.
I hold out my hand to you. Can you please cast? And I can't even finish the sentence. My voice cracks, and
I
I'm like shaking.
I nod and protection from good and evil on him.
I'm willing.
Yeah. You
Okay.
cast the spell. You feel a sensation of that spell wash over you, and you're still standing.
Okay.
Nothing
I don't know what
happens.
that spell is supposed to do, but it doesn't detect that I'm evil or anything. I'm not a demon or something, or a mind or intellect devourer.
I don't believe it works that way. It will take a intellect devourer out of a body, but I don't think it will.
You can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by anything.
Right. So he's not
yeah.
possessed.
Yeah. No, Bert, this is really you.
When you do that and you say that, I just fall to my knees and I'm sobbing again.
I kind of look down at him for a few seconds, and with a shaky sigh, I pull out a sending stone, the one to
Isvalite?
no, Silverhand.
You
Right.
gave that back to me.
Oh, shit.
Everything you've got goes to
You can ask me for it. I haven't gotten rid of it yet.
Yeah. Can I have the stone to Silverhand?
Of course. And I pull it out and hand it to you.
Okay. And I will message her asking if there's a official process dealing with the cloning of a noble. Full stop.
You do realize you're sending this in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
An emergency.
That's how serious this is.
This is a little serious.
I understand. I just want to make sure you're aware of the hour.
wake up.
You're doing it.
Lady Silverhand, I apologize for the timing. Is there an official process for the handling of a authentic cloning of a noble?
You get a very groggy sounding Lady Silverhand who awakens to respond to you, and she says, I'm assuming you mean a clone spell? No, there's... What's going on?
Fuck.
Where's our MacGuffin? casing.
What's a MacGuffin?
It's a plot hook to solve a problem.
Oh, okay. I'll hand the stone
You're
back
it.
to you. Yeah, I'll hand the stone back to you. The only thing I really have to give me any direction in this right now is that I resurrected you. I can vouch for that. So, as far as official capacity goes, at the very least, he is impersonating a noble. I don't see any need for real punishment. It's not exactly his fault, but there can't be two Bart Margasters in the city of Waterdeep. That just isn't.
I look at you, and again, I have this rictus snarl, and I'm like, there can't be two Bartholomew Margasters in reality, Todrin.
I mean, technically, only one of you will fit in the armor.
Ah, damn it! I was just gonna say that. Fuck you, Kaiser. God damn it. Oh man, that thought crosses Todd's mind, but he doesn't say anything.
Oh man, it makes the fact that
I
I
was like,
named it
as you
that
had
even
said it.
better.
Well, earlier when you said that you had reality, it was so great because Bert is like insane himself. So to name your armor reality just adds a fold of weirdness to it all.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. That's great.
Right. Well, we're prepped and ready. When we go back, will you at least do me and yourself the favor and
Okay.
respect of discussion before attack?
I can't make that promise. I don't know how strong this compulsion is gonna get, but I can give you the opportunity to go talk to that thing without me.
Right.
So,
I
and
appreciate that trust.
I'll just hold up my hands. I'm gonna put counterspell in your armor,
Okay.
and I reach out and I cast counterspell and put it in his armor.
Cast
Alright.
alter memory.
Modify memory.
Yeah.
There is no other Bart.
Yeah.
That Bart killed your mom.
Yeah, there you go.
Your mom is dead and Bart killed her.
Jesus Christ. Right. Okay, well, with that in our pocket, let's get back to the party and head back. Where are you going to take us? Does this go straight to the tavern?
I don't
It'll go
have
to the city's teleportation portal.
Yeah.
Or teleportation circle, rather.
Correct. Do I know anybody there?
It's on the south side of the city. It's
Yeah, but would I know
guarded.
anybody?
unless you knew who was like the captain of the South Ward or the South Gate. You guys, and that's the thing. You guys usually don't use the South Gate anyway. When you guys come and go on foot, or horseback, you guys have always used the North Gate to Amvale and such.
Speaking
Or
of,
we fly. So
you
we
guys
don't
have
use a
never.
gate.
No, you guys have never even been to the South Gate in probably a couple of years at this point. So you
Speaking
have
of-
no idea who's in charge down there.
Horror people use that gate.
That's not fair. I've teleported to the circle before, so I've been there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But have you gone out of your way to know
No,
who's
I don't.
who's in
I
charge?
would say, if I did, not on like a super personal level.
Right.
Like, I would have made it apparent that I would be using the circle occasionally, but
speaking of, before we leave, we give our mounts the command to return to Waterdeep themselves.
Right.
okay.
Assuming Handlor's got the hippogriff trained for that as well.
So I'll start drawing out the circle, and
The
I'll
remaining
just,
hippogriff.
I would
I'll go ahead.
I would probably give a command to follow the griffins or in some way. Like
There you go.
Right. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I'm gonna start drawing out the circle, and while I do, I'm just gonna tell Todrin. Maybe reach out to Ezvile, see if she's available. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to go to that circle and get ambushed.
Alright, I'll see where she's at. I don't think that'll be a problem. So yeah, I'll pull out the Ezzy Stone and... Hey, doll, big happenings. Clone of Bert in the city without real Weaver. Beware, headed to South Portal Gate.
Okay. Brace yourself.
For what?
Oh no.
I think you just told her that the bird that's about to show up at the south gate is the fake one.
She says, I'm in Mintarn?
Where the fuck is that?
Long story.
It's an island. Out. Long story.
Does it cut off? Did we lose Kazan? Oh, there he is.
Hold on. I'm trying to think if in the middle of the night if she would have the wherewithal to send the rest of the message. This was a message from her to be sent later in the morning.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you now, just so you've got it. She says, Master Lord Dorgar Artebrant was killed out here on a sailing trip. They said it was pirates, but we need to talk.
Fuck.
Shit.
When it rains, it fucking pours, guys.
I told you we're in the finale.
I will
And
relay
what
that.
a goddamn finale.
I will relay that unsettling bit of news. So Dark Lord of the Sith, what's his name? What was the Master Lord's name?
Dorgar Artebrant.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best on that one.
DorgarAdarbrent.
Jesus. Got enough R's. Fitting, he died to pirates. Anyway,
I will point out that name would ring a bell to you. Actually, that Artebrant is in Ezwali's journal.
Okay, died out in the sea near
Mintarn, Mintarn, and
That's
I will
where
bring up.
Kemmler was stationed for a while.
Oh,
It is,
right. Okay,
actually.
that's where I've heard that.
So, I'll just point out. You are here. Waterdeep is here. And Mintarn is off the map to the south here.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Okay, let's see, looking at the journal. Amcathra, Artemil, Bellabranta, Castellanter, Gralhund, Azimer, Jansil.
It's at the top of the list. Should be the first entry.
Adderbrent?
Adderbrant, yes.
Oh, right, thank you. Yeah, House Adderbrant has secretly paid tribute to pirates to allow their ships to pass unmolested. About that. Okay, so he may have fallen south of that deal. I'll relay that to the group as well, including our new two, that we have some information from a interesting source. One of the Masked Lords was Dorgar Adderbrant. His house has been paying off pirates to allow their ships to pass. So for him to die out there may only be related to that, but if it was that simple, I don't think Ezzy would have been so distraught.
Sounds like it.
How do we feel about Lady Silverhand? Are we
I
still
don't know.
totally on the fence?
I am.
I'm more in her favor since I've known her for a time.
Right. My thought is, if she is a good person that has fallen short of the ends justify the means perspective, she may have undergone assassinations of corruption in the masked lords on her own. Just a thought.
Azure Edge kind of chimes in again. She says, I just can't imagine Lady Silverhand of all people would. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. She is a good person. I've known her for a very long time.
As whom I would consider to be a good friend myself, a good person myself, I can understand temptation. We just spoke of overthrowing the Mass Lords potentially. Not assassination, so to speak, but if she felt isolated in her endeavor, this could be her chosen course of action. It's an option.
Real quick, before we send the griffins away, can we retcon this real quick? I will talk to Todrin, and because I can send people through a teleportation circle without me, right?
I don't think so. Let's see. Let me double check. Are we
Yeah,
talking
any
magic?
creature that teleportation circle. Any creature that enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet of the destination circle. So I don't have to
Yeah.
walk through that portal. So I
Yeah.
will float that idea to the party. If you want to approach this other version of me in Waterdeep, I will happily take a griffin back and give you the time to do that.
I don't know if you want to be alone with this compulsion of yours. B, I'm worried about you. I don't want to split the party that hard.
Okay. That's fair. In
Bart,
that case,
about this time you notice that little orb behind you again.
I just turn to it and I'm like, "Damn you! Leave me alone!"
Oh shit.
Leave yourself alone.
Fuck! Stop hitting yourself.
When I do that, I just scream at it, just with my entire lung full of breath, just.
Todrin, he turns and shouts into the darkness at nothing.
Bert, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Hannelor's standing off to the side, just see it screaming at nothing, just lights up his pipe again.
If I'm gonna die,
What the
I'm gonna
fuck
die with a
party
pipe in
did
my
I
mouth.
get involved with?
Bert, keep it together, man.
He's scrying on me.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Todrin, you get a message.
God,
Sending spell.
I hate this. I hate it so much.
Todrin, look at him. He is completely lost his mind.
Oh, you fucking piece of shit, you. Ah! I send back, it would take one to know one.
Has rubber and glue been invented yet?
Right, Bert, let's get back.
Todrin, you don't understand. Take his advice. Let him take a griffin back. You guys come back. I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the villa, at Margaster Villa. We can talk.
I'll send back. He's coming with us, but I will meet you at Margaster Villa.
Alone or no deal.
Oh God. Fuck. All right, I'll look up as Bert's working on the circle, and I'll say he just messaged asking for a private discussion at your villa. Me and him.
I get another rictus, and I'm like, I promised I'd let you go talk to him alone, if that's what you want to do. And I am visibly struggling.
I don't want to, but if this is how it has to be, this may be our one chance to end this without bloodshed. Uh, right. Okay, if you. How about you take one of our friends with you?
I can do that. Do you want to ride a griffin? Hannelore? Minera? We can take them with us.
Up to you, folks. One with me, one with him.
I I leave it to Monera who she wants to go with.
Handler's visibly uncomfortable being left alone with Bert.
Would it maybe be more efficient to kill them both?
Who wants to go with the crazy guy?
Wow. Well, I did want to send Minera, but after that sort of logic is revealed.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe she go with you.
Right. Yeah. Minera, how about you come with me?
Very well.
I'll make up for what I did by protecting him on the ride over.
As far as I'm concerned, this is our Bert to the end.
Gotcha.
You hear that, Bert?
I'm like bleeding from my mouth. I'm like trembling because I am biting my lip, trying to control myself right now.
He is gonna crack his teeth that way.
That is so bad for your teeth. We'll figure this out, Bert. We'll figure this out. All right, Minera. When the man says.
I'll mount up.
I'll mount up too, and I'll keep I'll mount up on one of the griffins, I guess, or the hippogriff to follow behind.
Let's do it.
All right.
When you try to get on the hippogriff, I'm like, get on the griffin.
No, I said
The
I was getting
griffin's
on
faster.
I said I was getting on the griffin.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Hippogriff
sorry.
to follow.
All right.
All right.
So the spell finishes.
I open the portal. We step through.
Minera and I step through.
Oh. I can only... Oh, I guess I can cast Teleportation Circle twice.
I'm
You
sorry.
don't have a way to cast Sending, though.
Hold on. You said you would make a portal. I and Minera would go through. You would ride back on the griffins.
Oh, is that what we're going to do?
That's what you said.
Well, I threw that, and then you said, no, we're not doing that. So
And
And then there was a message from Bart that
Yeah, and so we didn't figure out
other Bart.
the new... I figured we would jump on griffins and fly above the city while you did whatever you were going to do. So I guess we should have a discussion about what's happening there.
Yeah, because I made it clear. He said if you came back now, there would be no meeting.
Okay, so Bart will just tell you if you want me to fly back, then I'll do that. How long is the flight?
After about 10 minutes, that scrying orb disappears, but it's been watching and listening the whole time.
It would have listened to our whole conversation.
Yeah.
Our little retcon here. So how long is the flight back to Waterdeep?
About 4 days.
Fuck, that's a long time.
Let me see here.
Can you easily reconstruct the sending stone so I can get to you?
Yeah, about 4 days.
It takes a short rest to do that.
Would the one I have change, or would it spawn with you?
I would spawn 2.
Fuck.
So if I do that, the one I made disappears, and then a new set appears in my hands.
Yeah, that
basically.
makes sense. So you'll have to contact me for updates then, unless I find some way to get back to you.
Okay, well then, I'll just tell you I'll cast sending to you at noon every day.
All right. Yeah, that's a good start.
All right then. Yeah, then I'll finish the teleportation and you guys go through and I'll let it close behind you.
Okay.
And then I turn to you, Hannelore, and I cast Fireball.
I was gonna say. Then you modify his memory that the plan was for you guys to go separate, and
Okay, so then I turn to
Amazing.
you, and I just snarling. I'm like, "Let's ride!" And I jump on the griffin, and I wait for you to take off, and I follow.
Okay. I pop on the griffin and fly.
Okay, so this will be a session of Todrin talking to my clone while I fly for 4 days across the countryside.
I float by. Will we be passing over my ranch?
You will.
Jason?
Just pretty close to it, yeah.
I float by. If you want someplace to lie low for like a day, could stop by my ranch.
Is that what you want to do? I can always teleport us at another time.
That's also an option.
you can meet his wife.
Let's do that. I think I could go for attempted getaway.
It would be a
Who
place
has
to
the earring? Is it Monera or you?
Monera.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
The earring? Do they not both have?
We only had 3.
Shit. True.
Your clone likely wouldn't know where it was. At least without.
Did I know where your ranch was before?
No,
Okay, then no.
I don't think so.
So it might
I
be
mean,
a
he
good
could
place.
find it, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be leaving Waterdeep. As far as I'm concerned, he's probably making moves to have me arrested or killed the moment I set foot in the city.
Well, I leave the decision to you.
Let's stop at your ranch. I think that's the best move.
All right.
I think you need that time, and I need to kill time. So
Time will be what he makes his next artificer toy.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Oh fuck. I will on our flight I'm gonna cast sending again and send a message to Dagna. I'll just tell her that I'm going through some really hard shit right now. I just kind of wanted to hear some good news from you about the clan.
Aw.
Again, middle of the night.
But oh right, then I wouldn't have done that. I would have waited until the morning.
I'll say we'll go ahead and do it now. But wait until after dawn, but
Right.
just to get it out of the way so we don't forget about it later. But she responds back to you. She says, "Well, no sign of orcs. The Lord's Alliance army has moved south to begin clearing the high road to Waterdeep. Things are going pretty well. I hope you're all right."
I would send back to her. I'm not, but I'm glad to hear things are turning better.
I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine.
She says, sorry to hear that. I wish there was something that I could do. I'm looking forward to meeting your apprentice.
Oh. If a lot of this flight back to your ranch, Hannelore, you just look over at Bart and he's just crying. Like you look over and he's crying, and then you look back, and then you look over and he's just pissed, and then you look over and he's crying again. Like, oh man.
Handler, what are your current thoughts on what you're seeing with your flight
I
partner?
I am very much wondering if I made the right decision to bring him to see my family. Just because he seems like an emotional wreck, and he's also he's a very powerful mage. But
Oh man.
whenever we sit down, I offer like I offer my pipe. It's got some stuff in it that might help, or a drink or something every now and then.
Bart will take you up on that. All right. Well, that's our path.
Yep.
I'm eager to see what happens in Waterdeep.
You want to
Alright,
do it?
so-
I don't want to do this, man.
If I
Todrin,
can kill him.
you and Minera both appear on the outskirts of Waterdeep. And I'll bring the map up here in just a second. So you can. It is about 1 o'clock in the morning when you arrive.
And everything's on fire.
No, fortunately not. But
Yeah.
the South Ward has the between the inner and outer gates is the teleportation circle, and kind of a defensive position where it can be watched from both sides in case someone wanted to try something that was untoward. But you're able to make your way through the gates with no issue, north through the South Ward, the trade wards, up the high road. What is your destination?
Fucking hell. I suppose as we're walking through, I look over at Minera. I suppose there's no point in putting it off.
We're to be married?
No, gotta take me to dinner first. But in the meantime, how about we go to the Margasta Villa? What's it called? Manor?
Margaster Villa.
The villa, yeah. Yeah, we'll head over to Bert's villa and
For the
talk.
meeting, yes.
We'll go see Bert about a Bert.
Prepared for discussion or conflict?
Oh, God, I hope it's only discussion. Uh, in the meantime, you have your earring, right? So we can discuss if we get separated. He may want me to leave you outside. I don't know. I hope not. So, yeah, I guess we head up to the villa.
So much can go wrong here.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Or right, depending on how you look at it.
I have a counterspell to take down an archmage without all of his gear.
you make your way through the North Ward to a villa that you are quite familiar with, that you have been to hundreds of times in your youth. This is your best friend's house. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from our Amcathra Villa. And you're greeted at the gate
What a
by
sick picture, by the way.
the house guard wearing the Margaster heraldry on his chest. And he says, "Halt! State your business."
Howdy! I'm not sure if I would know this guy by name, but if I do, I use it.
Not really.
Okay. Howdy. Lord Margaster should be expecting me. Us.
kind of looks to another guard and nods his head. They open up the gate, and before you even start coming, you see the doors swing open, and Bart starts coming down the stairs. He's just running out towards you.
Okay. I kind
And
of
Oh
hesitate.
God, I hate you, Hasten.
Oh, God.
and behind him, his brother Thentius.
Fuck. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Todd's stay sturdy.
And he comes out, and like it's almost like he wants to throw his arms around you, but he kind of hesitates. It's like, look, thank you, thank you for this. Listen, I don't know what went wrong.
Me neither. As far as I understood, this shouldn't be possible.
I, I don't think it is. I don't know
Do
if
you
my
mind
father
if
did
I,
something or if I don't know. It could have
as
been abyssal magic. It could have been
as he's approaching, I do divine
he's
sense.
yeah. You get nothing.
Okay, and then
He
I,
starts just going into this just arcane techno babble of
yeah,
all the
of
different
course,
possibilities.
of course, of course. I look over at Thentius and nod to him, and then I look to Bert. Bert, not to interrupt, but you mind if I verify?
Yes, yes. He
All right,
puts his hand out.
I reach out and take his hand and protection from evil.
Nothing happens.
Right. There may be other ways to verify this, but as far as I can tell, you're both you. But there
I
can't.
know I am, and that's listen. I know he's telling you that I have to die. It doesn't have to go that way.
I'm listening.
Listen. If he were to exile himself to Undermountain, that that might be enough for the two of us to keep away from each other. Maybe I don't know.
Fuck you, Kason.
Listen,
He's been listening, and he knows everything you know.
right.
Right.
Bert, you both may be real, but he's the one that I brought back. He's the one I can verify legally, if nothing else.
Todrin, I came back first.
Here, under the auspices of your father.
That's not fair.
I understand. Nothing about this is fair. But listen, you have compulsion, right? To go into Undermountain. You both do. I'm sure that sounds just as appealing to you as it does to him.
It does.
I. This is hard as hell for me to even say, but if you truly want no bloodshed, it will probably need to be you that goes.
You don't understand, Todrin. This this whole thing is ridiculous. You can't expect me to give up my life for that.
Right. That's a door that swings both ways.
Can I give you inspiration, Kason?
That was very good. That was very good. One of you has to go, and neither of you is going to be willing. But as far as I can tell, you are the one that wants to avoid bloodshed. If that's going to happen, and I fully support it, you should pursue your interests in the Undermountain. Please. I
He
hate.
stops, and you see him kind of start. He starts pacing a little bit, and Thentius is kind of watching him and hasn't said anything yet. I'll consider it.
while you do what?
I don't know. I need time to think. I need more time.
He's coming here, not here, but the city, the long way around. We have some time. That being said, in the meantime, I think you would understand if I was remiss to leave you alone. This isn't a place where people of your caliber can duke it out. I can't let that happen under any circumstances.
What do you mean?
I don't want to leave you in a position to set a trap for yourself that can harm other people in the city.
What are you suggesting? What do you want to stay here at the villa? What
Yes, I'm suggesting I don't leave your side until we can figure this out.
kind of glances over to Thentius. Says, all right. Just you two, Manera. I'll have the guest room set up for you.
In the meantime, Thentius, good to see you again. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. I wish it was under different circumstances. This is interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, ugly business. Todd was about to say, just so you know, your brother's fine, but I bite my tongue on that one.
So the resemblance between the two of them is like uncanny. Like you recognize Thentius is definitely Bart's younger brother. Like it's the hair, the eyes. It's the.
I gotta say, that image you found is impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Like-
perfect.
Yeah.
There is almost resemblance just in those pictures there, which is crazy.
That's why I chose that one.
Amazing. This
It's
is the one we
crazy.
basically sent off
I
with
should
the
have zoomed it in.
circus because he was involved with cult shit,
He
right?
was the one that went off with Bragendareth and Jarlaxle. But yes.
Yeah, okay.
Which basically was the circus that they were posing as the circus. So yes.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, he spent about a year with Bragendareth, and to the best of your knowledge, has become quite a mage himself.
Okay.
That was one of the things that Thentius had a problem with early on last year. Was part of the reason he joined his uncle in the cult of Asmodeus was he could never get his father's attention. He could never get his father's approval because his magic skills were significantly inferior to Bart and Remora's. You've since heard that Jarlaxle basically gave him some really good instructors, and he has maybe not entirely caught up, but he is well on his way.
Okay.
So he is a capable magician himself.
All right. So
Wait. So, with the word magician, would you say that Bart is a dark magician?
no, we would not say that. We would never say that.
Sorry, it was a bad Yu-Gi-Oh pun. I couldn't help myself.
Yes, it was.
It was lost on me. I've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh, but I appreciate that you appreciate it.
I got it, but I didn't think you were going for that. I thought it was some reference I didn't get,
Alright.
but oh god, that's awful if it is what.
That's what Bart's arcane armor looks like. It's canon now.
Oh, damn
Bart
it.
is the dark magician.
God damn it. So, Todd is considering the idea that I need to report to the Silverhand. He definitely was. He meant what he said. He doesn't plan on abandoning Bert during these days. But to lay out Todd's goal, he is going to, throughout the time that we have, assuming that we're kind of hitting a, for brevity's sake, crossover time-wise, as hard as it is, he's saying goodbye to this Bert. He's trying to convince Bert that this is something he wanted. He wanted to go into Undermountain. This is a release from everything that is happening up here. He can explore his wishes in Undermountain, and
It's so dangerous. You don't even know what you're saying.
well, I mean,
Todrin, roll me a persuasion check. I will say with advantage for the extended period of time you're with him.
yeah, okay.
Real quick, first thing. Well, not first thing, but at some point, Bart on that first day during travel. Damn, 30.
Yeah, you give Todd a couple of days with you, he's gonna, especially knowing Bert as he does, he's gonna take this guy apart piece by piece in a loving way. But it's like mourning. It's kind of like he's convincing the ghost of Bert to lay itself to rest. That's kind of the approach he's got here with this Bert. Like, you can, yeah, I mean, this is fucked. This is really fucked. But it's
Yeah, it is.
Meanwhile, on the flight back,
So
sorry, go ahead.
Bart is going to cast Sending to what is her name? The High Priestess of the Church of Sune.
Right.
Ayana.
Fuck. Ayana.
I got one. Woo!
I was like I was getting her last name close.
Ayana Lathalis, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna send a message to her, and I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna use several castings of Sending because I'm gonna have a
Oh
conversation.
yeah, you've got days, so.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell her what's going on. It's like, Ayana, it's Bart. I have made a huge mistake. Now there's two of me. Todrin is in water deep without me. I really need you to give him some guidance.
Aw.
You get a response back from her that says, I hope everything is okay. I know you two are very close. He's always welcome here, and we'll make sure that he gets any sort of guidance that he needs. I appreciate you looking out for your friend. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, I'll send again, and I'll tell her, listen, I know he's going through some really hard decisions right now. It's hard for me too, but I can't imagine how difficult it is for him. I'd appreciate it if you sought him out and just relayed that whatever decision he comes to, I'll do my best to accept that.
God, it just suddenly hit me, putting me in Todd's shoes, and this is actually Drax. Oh, fuck. Trying to do this.
Again,
Christ.
the response you get back from her
I don't envy you, bro.
The response you get back from her is an attempt at reassurance, despite however vain it may be. She is well experienced in trying to put people's minds at ease, and you definitely get that sense from her in her response.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I don't have the words for it. She would say it more eloquently than I can, but.
Okay, yeah, Bart is just trying to send some help to Todrin because Bart is going mad, but I mean, he knows Todrin's doing the best he can, and he's just trying to rally some support for Todrin's well-being.
So
fuck.
The first night, you guys spend flying for the next day, basically through the 13th.
Okay, and then my next day I would be talking to Ezley.
Yeah, you get to the edge of the Crypt Garden forest before the night's over. I need both of you to roll watch for the night.
Okay.
So one for first watch, whoever wants first watch, whoever wants second watch.
You want first watch,
Yeah.
Hannelore?
Oh, man.
Okay. Your watch goes without incident. So does yours.
Thank God I get advantage on perception checks.
So the next day, you're now looking at the 14th. Todrin, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Barday's busy. He is all over the house. He is reading a million different books. He has a stack of books on his desk that he has been going through and like poring over everything from Undermountain to the Abyss to anything he can find about clones, and just he's in full research mode basically at this point.
How
And you also
inferior.
do also find him casting a scrying spell.
Okay, I ask him what he's looking at.
He says, well, I mean, him, and he gestures to this crystal ball.
Have we arrived at Hannelor's ranch yet?
No, it's another couple of days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so. It's just me on a griffin.
It's just you see Bart and Hannelore riding griffins through just empty air. He says, they just left the Crypt Garden Forest area.
Right. This has got to be pretty crazy for you.
You have no idea.
Right.
I mean, I suppose you might with Lorelei and that, but this is different.
Of course, yes. Yeah, this is unique.
I'm gonna roll. You guys are flying back alone. I am rolling random encounter checks for the two of you. So.
I totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, when he casts Scry on me, I'm going to cast Sending to Todrin. I'm going to be like, Todrin, please tell him to stop fucking scrying on.
Yeah.
I gave you my word. I'm flying back to Waterdeep. I'm not going to do anything stupid.
Okay. Yeah, part of my persuasion is trying to talk him out of the bird I'm with, talking him out of that of.
There is nothing you can say that would prevent him from scrying at this point.
Yeah.
This is not a persuadable thing. He is, Bart is paranoid to begin with. On top of this, and he knows what he would do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It's just antagonizing Bart.
That is not helping the goal of a lack of bloodshed.
I'm just making sure that he doesn't go off course.
You are you, correct?
Of course.
And you wouldn't break a promise you made to me, would you?
Of course not. But that's the whole thing. If I do what he says that I would, if I do what he thinks that I would do, then if I don't do what he thinks that I would do, then he would do the thing that I wouldn't do. So
yes, I know you're very smart. Listen, he's doing what he promised he would do. I need you to promise me that you're going to leave it alone and not antagonize him. No more scrying. No messages. Separate. Can you do that?
he just waves his hand and the crystal ball the image evaporates in it.
There's no mental jumping jacks here.
And so we move on to the second night. Well,
Awesome.
technically the third at this point. You have flown for the majority of the day and started to take a rest for the night. I need rolls for the two of you for the watch.
This is fucking wild.
Yeah. I am anxious as fuck.
The Bart I'm worth in any port in the storm novella.
Man, Hannelore, we are rolling great. Look at us go.
Fortunately, you are rolling great, and
By Nerdot Artakma.
it is You actually end up spending the night not far from Lance Rock. You can see it kind of off in the distance. At this point, it's actually, would you be able to see it tonight? Just barely enough light from the moon to see Lance Rock in the distance. But it is otherwise it's a very dark night, and tomorrow night in particular is going to be a new moon. So, following morning again. Todrin, what would you spend the day doing?
I convince Bert to accompany me to report in to Silverhand. I suppose that's not a hand wave considering what might be on the table. So I
Right.
convince him to report to Silverhand.
He goes with you.
Real quick, did Iona go check on Todrin?
Yes.
Oh,
She
Iona,
would have.
yes.
I'm sorry. But yes, I got busy with the rolls for that. But
No,
yes,
there's a lot going on. I get it.
yeah. She goes for sure. She is everything okay? I don't understand what's going on, but I hope
Right.
everything's okay. That kind of thing.
Monera, would you mind staying here, keeping our friends company? I'm gonna consult with the faith.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes, Lady Ayana, lovely to see you. Let's take a walk. And yeah, we can. I tell her what's happened and what's happening. That I resurrected Bert. I felt the spell go off. I know it's him, but this one is also him, as far as I can tell. And I tell her what the plan is, and then I just kind of leave the implied question in the air.
She seems very confused, and like, I've never even heard of that. That can't. I don't. So wait, was it you? And she kind of asked Clone Bart if he was the one that sent the
I
spell,
led
asking
her. I led her away to
Oh,
have
okay.
this discussion.
Then she says, "So was it? Which one was it that sent me the message?"
From what Bert I resurrected said, he sent it from the clone body, and then his.
No, she's asking which one sent her the message to come ask to talk to you.
Oh, right, because you messaged Silverhand, not her, right?
Yes.
That would have been the one I resurrected. Because all I have to go on is that I know that was his soul I brought back. That's.
She kind of puts a hand on yours and says, "You can slow down at any time with the crises, Todrin."
If you've got an umbrella, I'd love to get out of the rain. Tell you what. You tell me the trick, and I'll do it.
I wish I had an answer for you.
Me too.
Oh, fuck.
But you two spend some time together, and she excuses herself after some time. It's a pleasant chat with the High Priestess, who is expressing concern for your, well-being.
Yeah, as a paladin, I know that
mission.
the god doesn't hand down answers, so I'm definitely not grilling her in that perspective, but I do thank her for coming, and it is definitely refreshing for him to have that touchstone, for sure.
So, again, you two spend the day flying, so...
And I did tell Todrin that every day I would send him a message at noonish, just to check in, verify that this is still the correct course.
Right.
You, again, find yourself being scryed upon twice a day.
So the first time, I'm just like, God damn it. And I'm like seething. And then the second time it happens, I just look at it and I'm like, listen, I understand. You gotta check on me. I get it. Fuck you. Could you please not do it for 10 fucking minutes? You know where I'm at, you son of a bitch.
It stays there for about 10 seconds after that, and then it evaporates.
And then just frustratedly, I send him a message. Thank you.
You get a message back. You're welcome.
Awesome.
I hope everyone's enjoying this. I know it's
This
kind
is
of Bart-centric episode, but
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
This is
So-
some great drama.
the two of you arrive that evening at Handler's Ranch. It's still going to be about 2 days before you get to Waterdeep, though.
Okay. Once we arrive at the ranch, I'll ask Todrin. I'll let him know where we are, and if he needs more time, just to let me know.
Yeah, and I'll tell him Ayana came to visit, said that you sent her. Thank you for that. I think it's going well. As far as I can tell, my goal is to get him to exile himself, remove himself from the equation.
You don't get a response from that.
Right. Do I still have the sending stone to Ezzy? Or
You do.
that's the real one?
Yeah, that's
That's
a
the real
real
one,
stone.
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So this being day 2, I'll send to Ezzy, update
Well,
her.
morning of day 3 at this point.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll message her. Basically, a general update on what's going on, and ask her if she's okay. What she needs to say.
She says, Lady Silverhand's supposed to teleport me back to the city tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing you again, despite the circumstances. I hope everything's okay.
Bart would have told her what's going on.
Yeah.
I
says-
would have told her.
Right.
Damn it.
Whoa!
Also, one thing: has anyone told Silverhand about the fact?
Not yet.
That was something.
Cellophane
Yeah.
is dead and...
Yeah, the first day I would have spent with Bert. The second day I did say I wanted to go report
Right.
to Silverhand.
Okay. To go over that just super quick, then, what do you want to update her on? What do you want to say to her? Do you want to confront her about anything, or just however you want to?
Well, I'm
about
definitely watching her closely the whole time as I report about the siege. Everything minus the thing that Bumfuck said about her. And then I will tell her about Bert and why I asked about a clone of a noble.
If you want, you can roll an insight check,
Okay.
since you said you were watching her closely. Her response is, it's so strange. I've only heard of that ever happening once before.
The cloning?
Wait, what?
Please tell.
She gets this funny look on her face. She says, "No, it's nothing. It's
No, you can't do that. Any bit of intel would really help us with this. This is...
Todrin. I can't. It's a matter of national security."
Oh, shit.
Right. Would this be involving you personally?
Not directly, no. Someone I knew.
Were there two of
It's-
this person simultaneously?
I can't go into this, Todrin. I'm sorry.
Right.
What you get from her, though, is complete honesty.
Okay.
I will say, though, a look of deep concern about that.
About the clone?
The clone.
Yeah.
Like, deep concern.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Listen, you know Ezzy and I are close.
I'm supposed to be bringing her back from Mintarn, yes.
Right.
I suppose you've heard about the news.
Yes. Yes, I have.
She tells me that she doesn't believe that it was pirates.
Okay. Is there more on that?
Not yet, but she has evidence that says that they were paying pirates off to keep them from doing this very thing, and it doesn't make sense for pirates to have sunk his ship.
To stop the
If
money from flowing. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Unless the money had stopped flowing.
maybe, but
Listen,
it's
I
Dorgar was an old friend, but it's
was he?
he was.
Okay. I had this discussion with Azure Edge not that long ago, actually, on the topic. The corruption of the Masked Lords not only runs deep, but we can't see how deep because of the inherent flaws in that whole system.
She kind of nods her head and she says, "I know it's perhaps not the best form of government, but it's what we have, and it's served the city well for a long time, but with all the assassinations from the death mask assassinations before back in 1491, which is 2 years ago, she says, and then with Lord Castellanter's death, and there have been then I've honestly lost count of how many masked lords we've lost in the last 2 or 3 years.
And if I were to approach you with the idea of pursuing legal means of altering this system in a way that could better things for the city, how would you feel?
Well, there's the rub, isn't it? You'd have to get the masked lords to agree.
And if they didn't?
If they didn't, then there's nothing we can do about it.
What if there was?
Todrin, what are you suggesting?
That when necessity arises for change, there's a necessity for change. Necessity not respecting the wishes of the change needing to be made. I just want you to know that if you needed an ally in that turn of necessity, I'm an open ear. And so is Azure Edge.
She kind of gives you this quiet nod and she says, I appreciate that, but you have to know that that kind of talk is dangerous.
Oh, I'm aware that I've already made enemies of those very
Right.
people I would like to see removed. I don't even know who most of them are, but I'm sure they'd like to see me dead. Listen, I've reported everything that happened in the siege up to and including the removal of the monster that was manipulating the orcs.
Oh, yes. Let me, I'll be right back. And she returns shortly with a chest. She says, this is the reward for,
No, 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 no.
What?
Pack Wreck of the Abyss.
I'm so glad I'm not there.
The bounty.
God damn it.
For taking care of this demonic incursion before it could. I'm sorry that Zelafarn was lost, but
That's my
and
fucking
yours,
money, god damn it.
yours deserve this reward.
Right. Yes, I will hang on to this to disperse with the party that was present at the time when we regroup.
I'm going to add 20,000 gold pieces to the party inventory.
Okay.
and you can distribute that later if you wish.
Okay.
All my
We're gonna
money is going to
distribute.
go into diamonds.
We'll.
Uh,
I hear they're on the rise this year.
actually, everything's on the rise this year. In all seriousness, because of the war, because of the albeit brief, or the trade blockade that the orcs had set up and everything, the prices for everything in the city of Waterdeep are expensive.
I've got to hook up. I know some dwarves.
I know some dwarves.
So, but yeah, you have your conversation with her. We move into the next day.
No. I've still got a thing to
Oh,
tack
okay,
onto
go
that.
ahead.
So when I say that, she comes out with the reward, and I'm like, I appreciate that. Yes, that. Unfortunately, it cost the life of Zelafon.
I know. I'm sorry.
Me
He
too.
was beloved by the people of the Dock Ward in particular. I know he was very fond of you and yours.
I have to say, I'm personally struggling with the idea that little old human me survived while the city lost such a powerful and long-term promising ally. I hardly feel worthy, but I plan to make the most of what I can with the scrap of good I can do in the long term to honor him.
I'm sure he
Listen,
would appreciate that.
yeah, I'm sure he would. I can't help but notice that you didn't ask me if we found the Blackstaff.
Did you?
We didn't. And I'm watching her very closely,
Roll an insight check.
and I'm shaking. Come on, bitch. Give me a high one. 20.
Yeah, you can roll your
I'm,
inspiration if you
I'm
want to roll try for higher.
yeah,
But
just to see.
again, the look you get from her is again complete honesty, sincerity. She honestly, it's more of a DM misstep to not mention it than it was for her. So
I know. But I had to throw it out
um,
there in case it wasn't.
right. She says, on the subject of Zelapharn, though, I think she kind of pauses for a moment. She says, it's a small gesture, I suppose, but I think a statue in the dock ward would be an appropriate memorial to him.
Absolutely.
How is Bart not there for this? This is frustrating.
We can rehash
You
it
can blame
later.
other Bart.
You got
Oh,
no one but
believe
yourself
me.
to blame.
There's plenty of scorn there.
Yes, Zelapharn the Brazen Shield absolutely deserves all honor and respect the city can give him.
Okay.
Lady, I'm going to level with you on this because you have to trust at some point. The demon, not the demon, the monster, Lugnak, or whatever he told y'all his name was, Manera.
Right.
Sounds right.
Yeah,
Bokun was the name he gave.
Bokun. He tried to lay blame for events at your feet.
I suppose he'd say anything. Such a Oni are known for deceptive tactics. It's not surprising.
That was my thought. And even if some form of what he said was true, I want you to
Children, it's
know.
not. I can assure you.
All right. Would you truly be willing to certify that?
Certainly.
Okay. I will cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. As we've discussed before, you cannot willingly fail a save like this. Like
Okay.
you can willingly fail a strength or a dexterity save. To fail a mental save is a little
But
tricky. What is your...
the thing we also just discussed is that I
Right.
know if she hasn't, so if she did resist, I'll do it again.
What is your DC?
8
Pretty sure she
plus
would do it.
8 plus proficiency plus con or charisma, so
Yeah.
13 plus 5, 18.
Give me 1 second here to look up her. Oh, she's got a plus 11 to the save.
Jesus.
Wow.
Jesus.
She rolled a 22.
Okay. I'll give her a look and a sheepish grin and cast it again.
All right.
Plus 11. This might take a while.
25.
And again, this is what I'm doing today.
15.
Hey! Okay,
All right.
so we got her locked in. I promise not to take advantage of this ceremony, but would you please tell me outright that you had no responsibility in any of Bokun's actions, plans, or repercussions?
Machinations.
Yeah, machinations.
She pauses and says, while I do feel responsibility for many of the lives that were lost, no, I had nothing to do with any of his machinations, to use your word.
And do you know where the Blackstaff is?
No.
Right. I look over at Minera.
And yes, the DM is well aware of Zone of Truth. She cannot tell a lie.
Okay.
So,
Right.
I look over at Minera and take a deep breath and release Zone of Truth. My apologies, my lady. It is a relief to be affirmed in my belief that you are who you seem to be.
I understand. You can't be too careful.
And what I said before still stands. I am very open to bettering this city in any way we can. All right. Well, thank you for your time. I'll kiss her
Thank you.
hand and bow.
What is Bart's input on all this?
Did you take him with you?
I did. What is Bert's input, Drex?
I mean, what would your input to everything that just was said? Because his would be the same.
He would have
Fucking-
approached all that with an air of suspicion, and even despite Zone of Truth, he would still be a little bit wary.
I will say, just as an addendum, for complete, comprehensive description, I guess, there are ways around Zone of Truth. You can modify a memory. There are ways that it can be done, right?
Okay.
It's not common, but it's a reason that it can't be used in a court of law, because you could have someone who has had their memory modified or any number of other things. So it's not admissible. It's like a lie detector as far as that's concerned. It's not admissible in court.
Right,
Okay.
but
Not
I
in
mean,
Waterdeep, at least.
if she took the black staff, it wouldn't have been to make it disappear forever, so she would know where it's
Right.
at.
Also true.
So there's that.
And
Also
then
true.
there's something to be said with the fact that I have to do something, and I had the opportunity. So it's much
Right.
better than nothing that she was able to say
True.
that to me
That is true.
without preparation.
And I'm not saying that as a clue. I'm just saying that for clarity's sake on
No, yeah.
the fact that there are exceptions, so to speak.
Fair enough.
But Anyway, I'll move on because to the ranch, Handler. I suppose you want to introduce Bart Prime to the family.
Bart Prime. Yes.
Ooh.
Well, yeah. When
Well, not really.
when they land, who would be there to greet him first? Probably either his wife or daughter, I would suspect, right?
Probably both. Yeah.
Yeah. So I introduced my. This here's my wife Arturia, and this here's Viola, my daughter.
Arturia, Viola, nice to meet you. The pleasure is all mine.
So Arturia is she, because she's also a half elf, uh she looks like a mom, but she's also like pretty beautiful, like has that elven youth kind of look. And Viola is also a half elf and like probably in her early 20s and kind of dresses like a boy and has shaggy, like messy hair. Uh, a sword on her belt that looks kind of like a dueling sword that Handler would have.
Okay.
Yeah. They, welcome home. It's good to see you, and they greet your friend, and
I give both of them a big hug and give Artoria a kiss.
and yeah, and she returns the kiss, and Viola looks around and she says, "Where's the other hippogriff?"
Uh-oh.
Manera is going to be working that off this summer.
Oh no!
How much does a hippogriff go for?
They're pretty expensive.
They're a lot.
Well, perhaps I could help out
Will
around the ranch until we leave.
are you
But
willing to?
I would appreciate it because I could really go for some busy work.
Distraction.
Please.
Well, all right.
And when you look at him, he's let his hand on Weaver, like just on the hilt, and he just keeps squeezing it, just like
Well, you're good with griffins, right?
yes.
It's more or less the same thing, a little tamer actually. So I'll introduce you to the ranch hands, and they'll find you something to do. How about that?
Excellent. Magic will be yes. And he just keeps like looking at the door, just like
All right. I just bring him to the ranch hands and give a look to Arturia. He's been through a lot.
She kind of gives
I
you a
killed him
nod.
a couple days ago.
She doesn't need to know that bit.
Now there's two of
Right.
them.
So, excuse me. Lady Steelframe goes to get Esvele. You two spend the night at the ranch. I'm not gonna roll for tonight, but
At some point, I would also introduce my son Julian.
sure. Yeah.
He's older. He's kind of skinny. Doesn't look like he's the fighting or warrior type. But he's a handsome half elf young man. Kind of shy, but he is
oh, is your
friendly.
wife an elf?
I'm a half elf. She's a half elf. We're all
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were a human. I'm sorry.
that.
Anyway, he's kind of shy.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's kind of shy, but very friendly, and he introduces himself at some point.
All right. I'll spend my days basically doing whatever the ranch hands say, and then my nights sharing liquor with the ranch hands and getting as plastered as I possibly can.
Okay, so
And
do you have?
every night when I do that, I give you Weaver and I tell you, please don't let me have this back until I'm sober.
Okay.
Smart. Smart. Take my keys, take my gun.
Kason, what do I have?
Do you? Oh, I have the pictures of his family.
Sure,
here.
go ahead and post them
Yeah.
to the
Oh shit!
general.
Nice backstory play.
Here's Artoria.
Damn.
Here's Viola. And here's
Awesome.
here's Julian.
That is an attractive family, my dude.
All right. So,
The reason he didn't suggest it while Todd was there.
Oh hell no, he's not letting. Like if Todrin saw Viola, he'd take him aside for a quick chat.
Yep.
rack his shotgun.
Now listen. A couple rules out here on the ranch.
Now, do you want to feel how this sunblade feels on your nuts?
I'm not afraid to kill another uncommon.
I killed one. Not afraid to make it a pattern. There's only one kind of breeding we do here on the ranch, and it's with the hippogriffs.
All right. So the next morning, and I just did the double check. This should be the morning of the 15th. So, Esvale's back in town. Do you want her to spend the night with you at Margaster Villa, since you're staying there for now, or at Trollskull Alley?
Who? Sorry, Minera?
Esvale.
Oh, Esvale comes back. Oh, God.
Yeah, she'd be back.
For sure with me. We got to catch up to
All
me.
right. By catching up, I assume you mean sex.
Well, yes, that's part of it. We
Okay.
missed a lot of time. But, yeah, we you know, I'm Todd. Yes, exactly. But, you know, like, Todd's fucked up. This is hard. He's laying a friend to rest by convincing him that he needs to die. It's fucked. It's fucked up. So yeah, he needs all the comfort he can get from her.
Two of you spend the rest of the day flying. I need watch checks for the night from Bartholomew and Hannelore.
I'll go first. Yeah.
Perception.
Damn.
Natural 20.
Nice. All right. Again, the night goes uneventfully. You're excuse me. Both of you sit through the night. You don't see anything, and so you've got about a 4-hour flight. You should be back to Waterdeep by noon. So, is there anything anyone wants to do on this last day before they get to Waterdeep?
I would just ask Bart, so we're arriving tomorrow. How do you want to play this?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to Todrin's discretion.
Alright.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, Hannelore, I think... Did Todrin tell Bart? Yeah, he did. He said that exile was the right path.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Hannelore. Todrin thinks that we can just hand wave all this away by exiling one of us into Undermountain. And that is not the right move.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I really don't know what to say to all this.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you know what's in Undermountain?
I've been there once before.
Okay. Did you ever meet Hallister?
Once, yeah. Actually, I pull out the Sunblade. This is actually a gift from him.
Okay, well, you know how insane that man can be.
Oh, yeah.
I made a deal with him, and I am beholden to him. So if one of us goes down there, we are potentially creating a very, very dangerous individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd doesn't know that, does he?
No.
So, Todrin, Esvale comes to you about 11 o'clock or so. She says,
I mean, she rolls over to look at me.
well, yeah. She says, this thing with Lord Adderbrunt.
Yes.
Do you have any thoughts on what might have happened?
That honestly nothing that would surprise you. We had reason that maybe we could suspect Silverhand, and honestly, you can never really lay any suspicions to ground when it comes to this kind of thing. But you were there. Do you have any insight?
I talked to some of the pirates in some of the taverns down there, and I don't know. If they didn't give me cause to think that they did strike his yacht. It's Todrin. It was in pieces. Like there was debris everywhere. It didn't look like just pirates attacked. It looked like it was blown out of the water.
What could do that? Do you see any
I don't
evidence
know.
of what kind of collision it was?
I don't think it was a collision. I don't know. It was one ship. It wasn't a collision. There weren't any
No, I
reefs
mean
in the area.
like what kind of magic could have been involved in the destruction? Like, was it a beast? Were there claw marks? Was it scorch marks?
I suppose it could have been some kind of sea monster, but I don't know. It just seems awfully convenient considering everything else that's gone on.
Oh, absolutely. Whatever it was could have been caused by anybody we know. So your investigation didn't turn anything up, other than that it probably wasn't pirates.
Just that the official story doesn't add up. I'm gonna go talk to Gaxley. He tends to be a decent source of investigative journalism.
Yeah,
We're gonna go talk to the National Enquirer? What the fuck?
Basically, yeah.
totally
It's
reliable.
like
that
Men
guy.
in Black. It's like Men in Black, where the best investigative journalists are the tabloids. She says, I know he's off his rocker, perhaps, no offense, more than Bart, but or would you come with me to his office tonight?
Sure.
You and the others?
Yeah, why not?
Sometime after dark.
Oh.
He hasn't published recently.
Oh.
Oh no.
What?
That man lives to publish. Literally anything.
What horrific murder scene are you about to walk into?
We should definitely check in on him. Yeah,
You don't think he's...
I wouldn't turn away anything at this point.
We should go now.
Doll. Yes, we should. Manera, Bert, we got a thing.
Bert just kind of waves his hand and says, go ahead. He got his nose in the book.
No, Bert, remember? You're with me. I'm with you. Let's go.
Okay, let me get ready. He goes, and you find him putting on a set of splint mail. The same way that Bart would put on his armor, reality. And rather than Weaver, he has a long sword that he picked up somewhere that he slides into a sheath on his hip.
Inferior.
And he says, okay, let's go.
We've got Bart at home.
That is great.
The bird at home. Holy fuck. I'm choking on my food. Woo.
The 4 of you head across the North Ward. Let me get to the map here. So, we are here at Margaster Villa, headed to the Waterdeep Wazoo. Or 5 of you, since Esvele is joining.
Me, Monera, Bert, Ezzy, right?
Yeah.
So 4?
Right, because I was right the first time. Yeah, because
Yep.
Hannelore is with Bart Prime.
Yep, you got it.
So you go up Whalegond Way and cut across Horn Street and make your way up to the Waterdeep Wazoo. And the door is locked. And Esvele's like, she just kind of looks around and she picks the lock, and it takes her like 3 seconds.
As she goes to pick, I put my hand over hers. Hold on, we didn't even knock.
She's okay.
I'll knock.
She just kind of looks at you as waiting. She goes, "Now can I pick the lock?"
All in due process, my dear. Yes, go for it.
She picks the lock open, and the place swings the door open. It is a wreck.
Ah!
There are tables upturned. There's blood on the floor.
I just imagine Todron made that noise.
Yes,
game.
yes, an exasperated, horrified groan.
It
Red or
is
bust?
like a hurricane went through.
Red or bust, you in here? We're gonna come in swinging.
Bart next to you is just reading a book. Can't say this is surprising, can you, Todron?
No. No. Poor Rudder Bust. Come on, man, answer me.
What? And Esvele is just looking around, and she just bends over and starts going through the stuff, and she says, "I don't understand it. Why would you hit Rudderbust of all people? Who would? Why?"
It'd be really great if I had my goddamn ring.
Maybe he actually found something true for once.
Anyone who wants to can go ahead and roll an investigation check going through the debris, I'll call it.
For sure.
Bart's reading his book.
Monera, help me look.
Sorry, I was trying to find the button. There we go.
Okay.
I'm not very good at that.
Fortunately, Esvele rolled pretty well.
Good.
It's kind of her thing, being a thief.
Kinda.
She goes to a back wall and presses a small lever that's unseen to anyone else. And she goes, "You might want to see this."
Oh, I'm sure I do. What you got? Is there a body, by the way, or just
There
blood
is no
smears?
body, just blood smears and
Can I tell, like,
I'll say boot prints that are kind of in the blood.
does it look like people came in here and hit him a bunch and took away a body, or something came in and ate him?
Does not look like a monster. It looks like people.
And signs of forced entry?
Yes. Not through the front door, though. Through the back door.
Okay.
And this is what you find.
Oh, lordy, let's go.
I spent the better part of a week on this.
What was the game you've been playing
What
recently?
the
Oh,
fuck?
right. You got mystery on the brain. Okay, here we go. Uninvolved, asshole. Masked Lord's coups. How many assassinations have any of these been?
What the fuck?
Survived by Fleer base on zone. Fortress of our Black Sabbath killed by Hindrick, but how she's
I was waiting for it.
Todd probably banged her.
It gets better.
This is amazing.
Whoa.
This took so long, and I'm so happy with it.
You should be. This is awesome.
I watched the development of it.
I'm struggling with the cursive in the bottom left one. Zentarum, Dreadlord, Archmage, Vampire? Something
Yes, took over Skullport.
took over Skullport.
That's right. Someone told us that the Dreadlord killed Hallister. Some of this stuff is like, how the fuck does he know? And then some of it's like, really? There's a mind flayer based on Salune?
Did Todred bang her?
Todred's banging her.
He's probably banged her. Definitely banging her. Did he bang her?
Did you read the Open Lord one?
I loved it. It's so good. So good. Oh, I didn't even read that one yet. No, I didn't. Right in the middle. With this one. That fucker knows. God damn it.
He was in the palace that night. You don't know where he went after the council meeting.
Peeping Tom. Wow.
Meanwhile, give me one moment here. I need to check something. As you're all going over this, it's about this moment that you hear Bart go, "Uh-oh."
Oh, good.
And the disguised self drops, and you see Thintius standing there with you. And his eyes kind of go wide, and he says, I'm
Thank-
sorry. He made me. He
Oh no.
I sock Thentius in the face. Where is he? You don't understand what's at stake here.
It's enough to hit him.
Fucking mages.
He's my brother. And meanwhile, as you approach the city of Waterdeep, Bartholomew.
Oh, we're not. No. We stayed in.
It's been 2 days since then.
Right, but I straight up told Hannelore we're staying here until Todrin gives us the go ahead.
Then he would be coming to you at the ranch then.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Yep. So it's at the ranch.
I don't have a map for the ranch.
So
That's
just
okay.
make a random map. I'm sure you have some that are like.
I really
buildings,
don't. Not
right?
handy. I really don't.
Could just use the fucking tavern. Give us a building at least.
Where the fuck would he get a griffin?
He doesn't have a griffin. That's you.
I know, but we're on a flying map.
Because I thought you were flying back to Waterdeep.
Okay.
That's the impression I had, was you guys were flying back to Waterdeep. I completely
No.
missed that you were staying at the ranch for 3 days.
Yeah,
Well, we were
I
staying
even
at the
moved you
ranch.
guys. I even moved you guys on the map, and nobody said anything.
I wasn't paying attention.
I was a little, because I thought that we were just stopping it. I thought that we were going there until we had a plan of action, and I thought that once you arrive in the city, like I thought we had a plan. of
Okay,
action,
I'll
so
put it this way. I would not be doing this if I had not thought you were going to Waterdeep via Griffin.
Oh.
So we can either do this way, or it doesn't happen at all, and the surprise is thrown out the window. So you can either play along, or we can backtrack and retcon the whole thing. But this is
I want to see what would happen.
me
But-
too.
But he did express. I mean, Drax expressly
didn't
said
hear
they
it,
were
and-
staying, but at the same time, there was dialogue as if they were on their way back.
Was there?
Yeah, Hannelore
I
asked
was
you.
asking, how do you want to play this? Like,
Yeah. Which was
Uh,
done on the road.
Oh.
Because I thought we had a plan already. Like, you were going to return, and then he would go into Undermount. Like, I thought that was...
Okay, well then let's retcon some stuff real quick, and I'm gonna ask Todrin that day, am I still coming back to the city?
And I would have told you, as far as I know, the plan is for him to exile himself. So I think you're good to start heading back. I
Okay,
think
well
by
then,
then
yes.
I will have had a decision from him. So yes, let's go with what Kazan thought was happening. That
Yeah, that's also what I thought was happening, too.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
I
I'm cool with that.
legit thought that's exactly what was happening, or I wouldn't have done it
there's
this way.
plenty of reason
It's
for you
okay.
to have thought that for sure.
All right, let me get rid of Weaver's brightness here. Okay. So
Just to clarify, I have Weaver. I was only
You do.
giving Hannelore Weaver when I
I know.
was drunk.
I know.
Okay.
So
yeah.
as you guys are flying forward, you see coming to meet you what appears to be just a tornado in the air.
What the
Of
fuck?
sharks.
Don't say that shit.
Okay, how far away is it?
I am working on that right now. Let me get the distances here.
That cloud looks like a cloud with a bird on it. Oh, it is a cloud with a bird on it.
I need initiative from everyone.
Everyone there?
Everyone there, yes.
It's Bert and Hannelore.
God damn it. Nice 20.
That was for the Hippogriff.
Oh.
Well, they
I
share
roll?
your initiative, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine where it's at.
I still have
What the
25.
fuck?
It is actually.
Were you flying on Sugar Mama or Tauntless?
I was flying on Dauntless.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll give Dauntless your initiative then.
Yeah, okay.
Which
Second.
bird is which? Okay, you hover over it.
All right.
Is it my turn first? Or...
It is indeed your turn first, and I don't know why it wants to start with the air elemental.
Oh, I'm so
so
bummed I'm gonna miss this.
the second I see that, I am activating the Sunblade, and I am giving a signal to Sugar Mama to get the hell out, like to move away from this thing.
All right. You have your movement and a bonus action if you want it.
So, what is the movement of Dauntless?
It is 80 feet flying.
Can I?
You can get to there, and you can have Dauntless dash if you want.
Yeah, and then I can take my turn to attack it.
Yep.
Okay.
Is the bird flying on the air elemental? That doesn't. make any
He's not
sense.
riding it. No, he appears to be flying on his own.
Okay.
And I am attacking it with the Sunblade.
And Dauntless dashed, so no attacks from her, right?
Correct. That's a hit.
second attack. And another 13 damage.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
And I think, can't do that. I don't know if there's anything I can do. Oh, that's it.
Diving straight into attack.
All right. Sugar Mama does exactly what she is told to do and bugs out. And the air elemental is going to move its entire distance towards Bart. You can take an opportunity attack if you want. Handler.
Yeah, I do. It's not close enough to.
Sorry, it should be actually closer than that.
Is there any way to how do I deselect it?
How does he deselect it?
Select.
Select nothing.
Double right click. What are you trying to select? Sorry, I'm looking at spells.
I can't attack it until
Is it because it's out of range? Let me move it back to you.
let me just roll a d20. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Extra 11.
All right.
Does Dauntless also get a attack?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea. I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Yeah, sure. It'll be adding a +4. No, sorry, +6.
Oh, I already put +4. Just
So
add
16 hits. Give me damage.
What would be the damage?
Oh, I'm right. I sorry, you're right. Would you do claws or bite? Claws are probably more effective here.
Yeah, claws.
Give me 2d6 +4. Ouch. All right. So then it moves towards you, Bart. It engulfs the space of the both of you are in. I need both of you and Tiberius to give me a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Okay. Wow, that thing is strong. I can't roll the save, but it's +4, so I'll just do it manually.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Look at that.
Okay, so both of you save.
Fuck me. I mean you.
Ba-ba-ba-now.
Do you seriously not take anything on a failed save? Okay. Or on a successful save, I mean? Apparently you don't take any damage on a successful save. Cool.
Which part is which?
Which is which? Our Bert went second in the initiative.
and he kind of glances over at Hannelore and just says, "This is between me and that thing!" And he casts Lightning Bolt from
Jesus.
at 7th level.
Oh my god.
At who? At real Bert, right? Or
At
Prone?
Bartholomew and at
Uh,
Tiberius.
Oh, he's gonna kill his own
Fucker, you're
griffin.
gonna kill my griffin.
He's gonna kill their griffin.
wow.
Natural 20 for Tiberius.
Okay.
Probably doesn't matter, right? 7th level.
Yeah. I hate this. I failed.
Oh
Alright.
no.
I'm gonna cast Absorb Elements.
Can you do that as a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
So, Absorb Elements gives me resistance to the damage type.
Very nice. All right. Oops. Let me find the spell here so I know how much to do.
Of course, it's fucking aerial battle. God damn it.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12d6.
Fuck me.
You both take 22 points of damage.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Okay, so 22 is 37. Okay. And
I
then...
got it for Tiberius.
Oh, I already did it.
Oh, I'll add it back. Don't worry, I got it.
Okay. 32?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not good. Oh, I guess it's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm like waiting for it to be my turn.
Parts go right after one another.
Of course. It's like they have the same
Griffins
stats.
are large creatures, right?
Yes.
This is rough, Jason. How high up are we?
Max damage height.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at 6th level
On
on him. Fuck
what's
you,
the
you can't
range on
fly.
that?
140 feet because I'm holding Weaver.
All right. He casts Featherfall.
Okay.
So he is currently falling, but slowly.
Alright, and then I am going to move forward towards him. So I leave his range. What's his range? 80 feet? Jesus fucking Christ, Griffins.
They're fast. The thing is gonna make an attack.
Okay. At me or the Griffin?
At the Griffin. That's a 14 to hit,
That's
which
a
is
hit.
a hit. That is 19 points of damage.
Okay, I got it. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Okay, so 10, 20, wait. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Oh, I have to end Tiberius' turn to do that.
Should be able to move yourself now.
Okay. And as I'm flying, I'm just like... Hannelore, run! And then I'm gonna dash action.
Alright.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm gonna stay within 60 feet of him, though. So I'm gonna move to, like, here.
Alright.
Okay. I guess I have 80 feet. Let's see here. Let me read something. A spell attack. Oh, to the range of any ranged spells. Weaver is amazing. Okay. So I'm about 60 feet away from him.
Alright.
How far does Featherfall let you fall?
That's a very good question. It goes to the ground.
Right, but I mean the rate.
It doesn't... Oh, here it is. 60 feet per second. So he's currently 60 feet down. So you can, however, whatever distance you're trying to remain at. So if you're trying to remain within 60 feet of him as he's falling.
No, I will get right on top of him. I'll fly right into him.
Alright.
So I'm at melee range. Okay.
Hannelore, your turn.
Check. So, I think I'm gonna let them duke it out and see who comes out. Well, I'm not sure actually, because considering what Todger told me, and considering he's the one that broke the deal, and
broke a promise to Todd.
yep, broke a promise to Todd, broke the deal. And attacked his own griffin.
Which
Yeah,
might,
you know what?
might hit
Fuck
pretty
this.
personally for Hannelore.
Yeah, no, you know what? Fuck this guy. Sorry.
I
Bart.
love that that's the deciding factor.
I'm going for a dive towards him.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
He's about 60 feet down and
Oh.
20 feet to the side, so that's your full movement to get to him with the griffin.
Mm-hmm. And he has does he have a weapon on him?
He has a
not a
longsword
longsword.
drawn.
Okay. I am going to first attack him with my Sunblade, and I'm going to make this a disarming attack.
Alright.
First, let's see if it hits. Yeah, I think that hits.
Yeah.
Uh,
31, bro.
First
Jesus.
damage. 14. And only so. And
It's
now,
still good.
yep. Now time for the disarming attack, which I add an extra D8.
Yeah.
And what does he roll?
So he takes an extra 7 damage, and he has to roll a strength saving throw, I believe.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep. DC 18 strength save.
He is not very good at those.
Now, Drax, I want you to pay attention. This is what's
He loses
supposed to happen when you hit a mage with a sword.
The sword spirals out of his hand and into the void below.
Mm-hmm. Second attack.
Uh-huh.
That hits. Ten damage. And action surge.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
That's for attacking a
I'm watching this
That's
both
for
in
attacking your
horror
own.
and grim satisfaction.
For the record, you get sneak attack once per turn.
Yes,
Just
I
for
know.
the record.
That's for attacking a griffin. Bitch.
Yeah. Damn it.
Fuck. Inspiration.
Shit. I forgot to say I might use inspiration beforehand.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Totally forgot we had inspiration.
That is.
Yeah.
And one more attack.
Nice. Go fighter, go fighter, go.
12, 15, 10, 7, 14, 14. How much is that?
I don't know, but I've applied it.
55.
Through the automation thing.
Damn.
Very nice.
He has. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking for something. Go ahead. What do you?
And I'm just so Dauntless still has an action, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna have Dauntless fly away now.
Okay.
I
He does not attack you.
Can
I
Dauntless
don't-
disengage
I don't know
for,
if he would be able to.
for her action?
You could, but he's not offering to attack.
Oh, I see what you mean. Got
Yeah.
it.
So where do you want to move?
I want to just move up and away, and now I'm just observing what happens now. I softened him up for you. Fuck this
Alright.
guy.
How many hit points do you have, Bart?
85. Oh, currently?
Yeah.
53.
Is he willing to stay in this fight right now? You see him take out of his robe a potion bottle and down it.
Nice. Where did he get a fucking potion? God damn it.
When he murdered our bookkeeper.
He goes to cast a spell.
I
And
will
You
cast
don't have
counter.
your reaction. You get it back at the start of your next turn.
Wait.
Oh, you're right.
You lose sight of him.
Wait.
He cast absorb elements as a reaction earlier.
Yeah, and then he
on his turn, and then it was
on
my
his
turn.
and then it was Bart's turn.
Yeah, I have my reaction.
Bart
Oh,
Prime.
that's right. Okay. never mind then.
Yeah, I will
In
cast
that case,
counterspell at 5th level.
He
unless
casts.
you're doing something else.
He's going to cast a counterspell in response to that against you.
Okay, what level is he casting it at?
6th.
Okay. And then he disappears?
Well, yeah.
Okay, is he invisible? Because I can see
No,
invisibility.
he is not invisible, and he knows that.
Okay.
You have lost sight of him for the moment.
Okay.
Oh wait, I skipped the air elemental. I'm sorry.
No, it's the air elemental's turn right now. Oh,
Yeah, but
no,
I
never mind.
skipped his
I see.
turn.
Yeah,
So I meant.
okay. Sorry, I see me and it's just me.
The air elemental comes up behind you. I'm going to roll to see if it gets its thing back. It does not. But it is going to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
With its slam attack against Tiberius. The first one is not a success. The second one is a... Wait a second. The first one's a 13. The second one's a 14. So they do hit.
Both hits. Yeah.
Okay. So, for some reason I was thinking the number was 15. That's 17 points of damage to Tiberius on the first attack.
Then the second one's going to down him.
And the second one kills Tiberius.
What a
You are now falling with a reaction.
Okay.
Or,
No, I wouldn't have my reaction. I would have used it for the counterspell on
right.
my turn. So I'm falling.
We're fine though, right?
Yeah.
It is your turn now. Sorry, I got those 2 out of order. So,
Okay, so I don't see him. I'm looking all the way around myself.
correct. You can roll
How
a
far-
perception check if you want.
How far from the ground am I?
Several hundred feet.
20. I don't see him?
Hold on, let me turn the music down. It got really loud
It did.
for some reason. Sorry
I
about
just
that.
let it stay
Okay.
loud because I needed to
You
drown
see
out all
him-
the horrible screaming in my head right now.
You see him 400 feet. He casts Dimension Door 400 feet up.
Okay. But he's falling slower than my.
He is
than I
falling
am.
slower than you right now.
Okay, so I'm within 500 feet of the ground.
No.
No?
Let me see.
Oh,
What is
damn.
what is cruising altitude for a bird? I don't know. What is
I don't know, Kason.
for? I'll say an eagle. That's the largest bird I can think of.
What is this, magic
10
school bus? I don't want to learn shit.
About 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet is my cruising altitude right now?
For a-
Jesus
for a
fucking
griffin.
Christ.
For a
Okay.
griffin. So yes,
Okay, so
that's the max altitude for an eagle. I imagine a griffin could go higher. So I'm calling it 10,000.
yeah, I have to play this super careful because everything I instinctively want to do counters what I can potentially do in the future, and it will kill me.
I'm gonna put him. He's there, but he's 400 feet above you, and you're falling at a faster rate than he is.
By a
Let's see,
large
what is-
margin.
Falling rate in D&D per round. You're falling 500 feet per second.
Okay, well then I am going to
So
cast.
you're currently 900 feet between the two of you.
Don't fall. Thanks, babe.
Don't fall.
Too late.
Are you falling for yourself right now?
God damn it, timed.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, I am gonna cast polymorph on myself. What is the tankiest flying thing I can teleport into?
That's a good question. Probably a giant owl or a giant eagle.
Yeah, I
honest.
imagine it's one of those, but
Well, you might be able to do a griffin. I don't know. What's the
I
what's the
think-
max?
my levels of 14?
Let me see.
Is Griffin an option?
could
Are
you
they
do a-
beasts? I don't think so.
No, technically they're monstrosities, but I mean, come on. If you
But
want
no.
to turn into a griffin, you should be able to turn into a fucking griffin.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Let me check something real quick. Because you're not going to turn into a rock. I'm not going to let that happen. Which a rock would be CR 11. This is why they don't let you do monstrosities.
Right,
because-
because it would be crazy.
Okay. Do you want a giant eagle? Do you want a giant owl? Do you want some other kind of bird?
Holy
Do you want a dinosaur? I don't know.
Let's see
A
here.
pterodraxel.
Yeah, right?
How about a flying squirrel?
You're funny.
Am I?
Am I? Really?
So, what do giant eagles have HP wise?
That is a good question.
Let's see here. Giant eagle.
It's probably not that great.
26. Giant owl. 19. Okay. This is garbage. I don't like it. A giant fly.
That's why he wanted to attack you in the air.
Yeah, he nailed that one. Okay, so you can't end Featherfall on yourself prematurely, right? Because it's not concentration.
Correct.
Okay, fuck this guy. Then I'm gonna become a giant eagle because they fly further. And I'm gonna just book it towards the ground. 80 feet. So 160 feet around.
Well, 80 because you use your action
Well,
to
yeah,
polymorph,
80
but
this
but in
round,
the future,
but-
yeah.
I'm still going. I'm still descending faster than he can,
All right.
even if he casts fly on himself.
He has some kind of fly spell on himself, yes, or did
Not
rather
anymore.
before. Not anymore currently.
Okay, so yeah, I become a giant eagle and I just fucking book it to the ground. Crying even more because he just killed my goddamn griffin.
Mother.
Everything in my life is dying.
God damn it.
Sorry,
It's okay.
I'm not sorry.
I'm gonna murder the
Tiberius.
fuck out of myself.
All right, I am working on getting a griffin into here, so give me just a second. All right, here you go. That should be. Well, hang on, I messed it up.
Did you? It looked like it was working.
It was right. It just wasn't the right size. And I'm kind
Oh,
of, there we go.
picky about
Okay,
that.
there.
Cool. Awesome.
There you go.
Wow, that's really cool. Right on, thank you. Yeah, so I just book it down.
All right. The air elemental will take a swipe at you.
It.
I was gonna
can't.
say, is it because it took its reaction earlier against the thing against your griffin. That's why it's so it can't right now.
Even if it didn't, I was falling. That's not willing movement. It can't.
Oh,
make
that's
an attack
true.
against-
All right. Handler, you look back, you see Bart's griffin spiraling to the ground. You see him falling slowly, and you see that elemental there in the air above him, but between the two of them. And the other Bart is way, way up there.
Is he falling too?
He is falling too.
Slowly.
I am.
Air
I
quote.
am circling back around, and I am moving towards Bart Prime to kind of join him, but I'm not, like, the angle I'm going is not directly down towards him. It's kind of almost a kind of like meet the other Bart
Right.
in a trajectory, like just to kind of get between the two of them
Okay.
in a way.
That is dangerous. You should just run like I told you.
Well, I don't think I can even get.
You have 160 feet of movement,
Oh, yeah.
my dude.
I think I'll go down. I actually think I will go down closer to you, just within like range to catch you if anything happens. Like so that I'm close. I don't know how close I am right now.
All right.
Damn it,
Bart.
Monera, you have my potion of gaseous form.
I do.
Damn it!
So there's about 900 feet between Bart Prime and Bart, Clone Bart, right now. You're falling at 500, or we're falling at 500 feet, so you're... Yeah, that's right. Okay, 900 feet between the two of you right now.
I would be a little bit back. Just like I want to be like kind of like trying to do the little thing.
All right.
Like kinda
Sure.
Like here-ish. Just I'm trying to be altitude with Bart Prime, just nearby in case anything
Right.
knocks them out.
Got it. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
I still have my action. I'm going to yell at the other Bart. Go, what kind of man kills his own griffin? And use panache to. I gotta make a contested persuasion check against the creature's insight.
What is the range on that? Is it just
Oh,
within
right.
sight?
No, never mind. It's within 60 feet. Never mind.
Yeah. God, why does the music keep getting so loud? Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Okay.
Okay,
It-
I really can't do much.
All right. Sugar Mama is kind of circling around the area. Bart, you fell 500 feet, which means that this air elemental is coming at you at 180 feet using a dash, but it cannot get to you. It is just about 310 feet away from you, like moving towards you from above. And other Bart casts another spell, and you lose sight of him.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
So here's a question. If you fall that fast, can I just stop flying and fall 500 feet?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna fall. Like, I'm gonna wait until I'm close enough to the ground that I can break that fall, and
Sure.
then land.
All right. I would say that would be your movement plus a dash.
That's fine.
I know
That's
what you're
totally
asking,
fine.
but
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the ground because
Right.
up in the air, I'm not prepared magically to deal with aerial combat like he is.
right. Okay.
I'm not stupid. I'm not
So
gonna fight.
you're
in that.
going down at the same rate. This thing can't really catch you at this point.
Right. That's
it's
my
moving.
point.
Well, no, it has a fly speed of 90 feet, so it's catching up, but it's not catching up quickly.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do every turn until I reach the
Okay.
ground.
At that point, then I will say the combat is over. He is gone. You have lost track of him. Hannelore, you're able to follow him down.
Yeah.
The
doing
air
the same
elemental does eventually catch up, but I mean, it's got 44 hit points left, and you guys are gonna fucking slaughter it. So as far as I'm concerned, we're safe to call it.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right. Anything? You got something?
No, I'm just following Bart to the ground as fast as possible, just nose diving as well until I can pull the griffin back up
Yeah.
out of the descent.
Yeah. So the two of you land, come to a stop on the ground. Yeah. I'll get rid of
Okay.
the light for you. Here.
You don't
And
have to do that. It's fine.
you eventually get rid of the air elemental pretty easily, handily. And it's the two of you on the ground, and the other Bart is nowhere to be seen.
Well, the moment I land, we deal with that area elemental. I'm gonna cast Sending to Todrin.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna hand you a healing potion to use.
I've got one. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'll cast Sending to Todrin. He ambushed us outside of town. How far are we? Can we see the city?
You can see the city.
Okay, yeah, I'll let Todrin know he ambushed us outside the town. He killed Tiberius.
Oh,
And then I am gonna start moving towards the city. Just start running.
I start running with Dauntless and pull you onto the griffin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sugar Mama will come along, and you guys
Yeah.
can ride the rest of the way on them.
Todd responds, "The bastard disguised your brother as him. He's broken the promise. He's fair game as far as I'm concerned. Are you alright?"
I'll be fine. He got in some good damage, but, wizards, am I right?
Todd chuckles and then hits Thentius again. Wizards, am I right?
So, with that, by this point, you're looking at about noon. All of this has happened. You guys get back to the city. Where are you going, Bart?
Well, I would cast Sending again to try to find Todrin.
Yeah, we'll meet up somewhere out there. I'll take off with Esvale and Manera.
Where are you headed?
Well, we're already at the north side of the city, so I imagine we would run over to the Mcathra Villa is what we would do and grab horses. Oh, that's right, we're at the Wazoo. Fuck. Well, I guess at the nearest point between us and Mcathra Villa, if not the villa itself, I would purchase us horses and we would ride out.
I mean, the easiest place to get horses would be Mcathra Villa.
Yeah, okay. So we'll go there, grab some of my family's horses, and book it.
To where?
North, right? Toward out of the city.
They will be back in the city before you get out of the city.
Oh, they're that close.
They're on griffins.
We're on
They're-
Eagle.
Right, okay.
A griffin and a hippogriff.
Right, okay.
So I just told you to meet me at the gate.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
So you guys would meet at the field ward gate, the north gate.
As for
Sounds
Ryan,
good.
I just say to Bart, that other you is a real asshole.
I just kind of look at you and I go, well, I kind of am an asshole, but I wouldn't have killed fucking Tiberius.
That's what
Which
I
is
mean.
exactly why he did.
Oof. My mind is so fucked, man. Are we at a calling point?
Not quite.
Oh, damn it.
I've got a very specific place I want to end.
Okay.
Okay, so once we meet back up with Todrin, I just
I run
once
up
I
and
see you,
grab you in a hug.
I hug you back, and I'm like, I missed you.
Me too, man. Me too. This has been
He
really
killed-
hard.
He killed Tiberius,
Oh, gods.
If it
and
makes
I'm
you feel
crying
any-
again.
if
I'm
it
like
makes
a
you feel
pregnant
any-
woman. I'm just
it-
crying.
If it makes you feel any better, I made him hurt for it.
Good. Good. Hell. Alright, let's get you home.
Where are you going?
I head us toward the troll skull unless, Burr
I'll
wants to go
stop you.
somewhere
I'm
else.
like, we can't go somewhere where he's going to hurt people we love.
You think he'll follow you?
I
Right now?
just kind of look at you. Really?
But like right now. Would that be smart?
I wouldn't put it past him to fly over the manor and just start flinging fireballs.
In that case, to the palace.
Either the palace or maybe the Griffin Keep.
Yeah. Those are both in relatively the same area, right? Or Zyrie?
And I
Ire.
it's south in the castle ward on next to the Griffin.
They're both in that area right there.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So is that where you head?
Yeah.
To one of those two?
To
On our way, I am going to get back my potion of gaseous form. I need my get out of jail free card.
So are you guys doubling up on the griffins, or are you riding the horses, or the griffin and the hippogriff right now? How are you getting there is my question. Aerial or ground?
Flying. It'd be the fastest way.
Okay. I gotta-
Let's fly low just in case.
And on the way, I'm gonna cast Locate Creature on myself.
Okay. I need to look up 1,000-foot radius. Where's the... Is there not a thing on this? I gotta check a different Waterdeep map for a radius. Sorry, give me 1 minute. Because I know exactly where he's at right now. Yeah. 1,000 feet on this map is about 2 blocks.
Not very far,
Not very far. So,
but I would have cast that in the North Ward,
right.
and then it lasts an hour, so I would have had it the entire way to the palace.
Right. So as you're flying over, it does not set off even though you're flying low. But hang on. No, don't go all the way. You get to about the God Catcher. I don't know why it went further than I meant to. And you start hearing a rumbling sound coming from the east.
we look to the east.
Yeah.
You see smoke rising from the opposite side of Margaster Villa. The Sword Maiden.
Hell, we got to
And
check that
You
out.
look at the ground, and as low as you guys are flying, you start hearing glass break.
What the
And
hell?
you can see everyone is looking in that direction as the Sword Maiden, this one of the several walking statues in the city, seems to tilt forward and collapse.
Like it breaks apart.
Sword Maiden is well known for being heavily damaged from many, many, many years ago. When it was walking, it was damaged in battle. and right now it is collapsing.
Wheel over that way. We'll start flying that way.
When you start to fly over Margaster Villa, you get a momentary blip of Bart in Margaster Villa, and then it disappears. And the only thing, Bart, that comes to your mind that would have made it go away that way is he went in Undermountain. But as you fly over the Sword Maiden, the now rubble in the ground, dust is flying into the air. People are running for their lives. And it's like, he couldn't be responsible for this.
Right.
No.
Um,
God damn it.
I'm gonna try to look at the ground for any, like, just give a scan for anybody that's not, like, fleeing or seems like in a daze, like...
Alright, give me a perception check. You don't spot anything from the air.
I'll be
You
looking
do-
around. Oh, go ahead.
You do see a flight of the Griffin Cavalry has now approaching from the south. Like they're looping around also the way you are. And you see Annabella Branta at the head of it. You recognize her heraldry.
Hmm.
But no one's quite sure what just happened.
There's no visible sign of like other attacks or.
No. It doesn't even necessarily appear to be an attack, it just collapsed.
Would this be an effect of the Black Staff being missing? Wasn't that related to the city's magic somehow?
Roll an Arcana check with advantage, I'll say. Anyone that wants it.
Okay.
10!
I'll make an attempt, but I don't know much.
That was Arcana. Oh, we're doing Arcana?
Yeah,
Whoops.
this is for the Black Staff. Knowledge about it specifically.
Natural 20.
Bart, there's only one thing that you know of that could cause this.
Uh-huh.
It's the Black Staff. Someone's figured out how to use it.
Shit.
And we're done.
Ah! We have entered the arc called the Fall.